Just saying.
All right.
I miss Fishing.
So we're back at it again. Wait, hold up. I just realized I don't do this. I load slot 0, which is this. All right, so last time we were playing this, it was just me and Lawrence, and I had a fucking mental breakdown because this game sucks.
Just reload. Just reload the save state. It's fine.
No. This is fine. No, this is okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because the problem that we're facing right now is that there is a gate that I need to open. I need to get past this gate, but I can't get past the gate unless I land 2 very specific and difficult bomb throws. But the dungeon doesn't restock you on bombs, because bombs are random. So the first time we did it, I messed it up a couple of times because it's a hard throw. And so then it's like, okay, well then what are we supposed to do now? And Lawrence is like, I don't know. And it like, lo and behold, turns out what we're supposed to do is we're supposed to just keep resetting and wandering around the dungeon until we get a bomb. Or there's a side quest that you can do that gets you a like an expanded bomb bag or whatever, so you carry 25 instead of 10. And I'm like, that's cool and all, but fuck that. it really feels like there should be a room in this dungeon somewhere that's just like, hey, go here for a stack of 10 bombs. You know, like a game design would do.
Like a game design?
A game design, a single one.
Well, I'll tell you what right here, Zach. This game is regarded as good, so you're wrong.
I like the thing. So the thing is that I'm not necessarily questioning whether or not the game is good. I am merely frustrated at some of the antiquated design decisions.
Cut to you a minute ago. This game sucks.
Right, but I say that for the drama. All right.
The drama.
I say it for the drama of the thing. All right, you know.
I know.
Oh, let me pick them up.
Hey, there's some bombs.
I know. I was just thinking that too. I was like, oh, that'd be so nice if I could just do that. But yeah, yesterday's stream ended up being quite interesting. We had a lot of conversations. Saba, Adrian, and myself. Oh, by the way, I don't assume that Saba is like watching right now, but I'm assuming she might catch the VOD later. Happy birthday, Saba.
Yes, I messaged her on Snapchat this morning, but happy birthday again.
I did not, because I was going to dedicate the stream to her birthday anyway. The birthday that she's not here to participate in, because that makes sense. Yeah. Well, because originally when she said like, oh, my birthday's on Saturday, I was like, ooh, we'll play like Pokemon Snap. We'll just do like whatever Saba wants. And then like 2 days later, she was like, oh yeah, and I probably won't be here on Saturday. I was like, oh.
Shit.
And so yesterday when we had the
she's probably celebrating with her family.
No, yeah, and that's totally fine, but it was just funny because yesterday when she was like, yeah, if no one shows up, let's just play Pokemon Snap, and I was like, I don't even have it set up, because I was still thinking about like the surprise or whatever, but it didn't end up happening. Maybe I should just leave the dungeon to get more bombs. Like, do you think there might be bombs outside somewhere?
Do you want me to look up the expanded bomb bag quest?
No, I don't. I just want a place where I can get bombs. That's it. Like I don't give a shit about the expanded bomb bag. I know we're close to the end, and I want to finish.
You will never finish.
I want to finish.
You will never beat. You cannot defeat Shenlong.
Who's Shenlong again?
That was a thing in that was a mistranslation in a Street Fighter game, Street Fighter 2, I think, where Ryu says, if you can't beat me, you can't hope to defeat the Shenlong. And so, which was a mistranslation because he was supposed to say the Shoryuken. Like, if you can't beat me, how can you defeat my Shoryuken? Yeah, but people were like, who's Shenlong?
Who's Shenlong? He sounds tough.
He sounds cool as hell.
Agreed.
And they did like a bunch of jokes with it, and it was like similar thing with Mortal Kombat with Ermac, but then they actually added him in.
where Ermac is just Ermac was just like a system error message or whatever.
It was just like, it was just like a stat or something, just for like code. But they're like, oh, who's Ermac?
I know we're both familiar with it already, but my favorite version of that is Missing No.
Missing No is great.
That's exactly the same naming convention where I came up with the character Kano. You remember me talking about Kano 1 billion?
Kano 1 trillion billion whatever is one of my favorite concepts of yours. I will be honest.
I really appreciate that. That's extremely nice.
I really
it's just
like that.
Unfortunately, it's just gonna take a million years to actually produce, so it'll never happen.
Sad. It is one of my favorites though. I fucking love that concept.
I do as well. I told because apparently Adrian wasn't familiar with the Overmorrow, and so I kind of explained. Yeah, I kind of explained the basic over under, and he was his question was like, well, what's the like purpose of this game? And I was like, oh well, I kind of want it to be like my magnum opus. I want to use it as a chance to explore like my relationship with my fear of death, and then like maybe use it as a facet to like help explain my fear to other people, since a lot of people don't really share it the same way that I do, or share the fear the same way that I have it. And Adrian was like,
sure.
Yeah, no, and Adrian was like, yeah, sure, that sounds cool. Oh, I just got shot like a fucking idiot. Also, I have a key. I haven't found like a door to unlock. I literally just need bombs. Like, I had fairies.
I think you'll do. I think the best is just to leave and come back.
But it's fucking Ganon's tower, and it's hard to get back here.
Well, I mean, theoretically, if you stay there, you could just be there forever.
Right. Well, because the thing is that bombs are a random drop. It's just they're quite rare at this juncture, which sucks. Anyway.
To this juncture.
Can we? You know what? I don't know. Was there anything that you wanted to talk about? What the fuck is that?
It's a Lionel, I think.
That is not a Lionel. It looks like a fucking doofy piece of shit.
I did just want to mention one thing was new Owl House episode, and I'm very excited because I taped it.
What episode? 7?
7, yeah.
Oh my god, I can't wait to watch that legitimately.
Yes.
I want to, like, why, like, they have Disney Plus. Why don't they just release it with Disney Plus?
They did.
They haven't been releasing concurrently, have they?
Not concurrently. They put out the first 5 episodes, though.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about that. I want all the episodes right now.
That's how I watched it. But then I was just like, oh wait, I forget. I'm at home and I have Disney Channel. I can tape it.
I can tape it.
So I'm very excited because I like this season a lot, and I get what you mean by they sure are setting up a lot with no confirmed season 3 or whatever.
You see what I mean? There's a lot of stuff where it's like, intrigue.
We don't have time to unpack all of that.
I wish we did, but we don't.
I wish we did. I fucking love this show so much.
It's very good. Lawrence has been watching Amphibia. And he said, and like after Amphibia, he says he's gonna watch Owl House, and I really look forward to having that conversation with him, because I remember having that conversation with you about like the juxtaposition between the two shows, because like once again, I really like Amphibia for like the world building. Like I am less invested in most of the characters. Like I feel like the individual characters in Owl House are better, but I care less about them because I personally am less interested in the world, aside from Luz and Amity. Because like, oh my god, that is adorable, and it's like adorable. It's like the only thing that fills my heart with joy nowadays, because it's so
real,
pure.
Like I mean, spoilers if anybody's watching, I guess I doubt, but just like that kiss was like
only I can deprecate my own channel. I'm joking, it's fine.
That kiss like legit like made my heart melt.
I was like oh.
So great. I'm so happy. And then she didn't show up to school.
And then she didn't show up to school because she was
It's like, no, we need to talk about this.
I'm assuming she didn't show up to school because she was fucking embarrassed. She's like, oh my god. She's like, oh my god, I can't believe I just kissed Luz.
But it was so cute. I loved it.
I did see somebody post something that was quite interesting in regards to the Luz and Amity relationship like update, which was obviously, and I've described this before, I personally very much want them to be an item, and I want them to be very happy, because if they don't, I'll be very upset. Yes. But somebody proposed the really fascinating idea. But someone proposed a very fascinating idea of what if, instead of them being happy, they date for a while, like in the next season or whatever, and then they realize that the relationship just doesn't really work due to, like, you know, multiple different problems, and they end up like splitting on good terms. I think that would actually be, because, like, once again, it upsets me because I'm like, no! I want them to be happy.
No, you better be happy.
But I think about it, and it's like, that's actually an extremely, like, healthy way to write that, I guess.
For sure, but I think a lot of people would be upset because it's not like, and I say this being on Tumblr all the time, because it's not like a happy lesbian relationship.
But it's a real, thing. Is the thing, and obviously coming from the outside,
pissed about it.
And I get it, but it's like, how many happy LGBTQ relationships do we need to have in, like, regular popular media before we could start having, like, real relationships? And I'm not saying not all real relationships can be happy. I'm just saying I think it would be the sort of thing that would, because, like, I mean, obviously I'm not really LGBTQ, but, like, just in terms of finding someone that you really love, and then just the simple fact of sometimes things just don't work out, I think that would have been very beneficial to me in general. You know what I mean? It would have helped me with a lot of, like, my abandonment issues and stuff like that, and feeling like a failure. I think it would have been quite interesting.
Still, though, I think what you said about, like, how many do we need, I think there just hasn't really been a whole lot of representation.
No, I agree, and that's the like, thing where I'm not saying that there's been, like, too many, but it's just one of those things where it's just, I think about it, it's just like, I kind of want to see some stuff like that. I want to see some real repercussions, you know. But that being said, I also just want them to be very happy forever.
Yeah. Also,
hello, Adrian and Lawrence. Everybody say happy birthday to Saba.
Happy birthday, Saba.
Yay.
Speaking of birthdays, you guys want to know something fucked up that happened to me earlier today?
What?
What?
So, I don't know if you guys are aware, but my mom, about a year ago, a little bit less than a year ago, got puppies. Because we're...
Right.
Oh, I do remember this, yeah.
Great. The long story short, we were fostering some kids, and their parents were not great, hence they were in the foster system, and as part of an attempt to amend that bridge, the parents got them really, really expensive puppies, which are not the breed that the kids asked for, but whatever. My mom was like, sure, I'll take them, even though the kids didn't really want them, because that's how adults are. But it's a year later. My mom planned to breed them to sell the puppies, because that's what she has done in the past, and that can, you know, whatever.
It's a thing, that's fine.
It's a thing. But today, one of the puppies, a year old, started giving birth a week and a half early while mom was out of the house, and it was just me and two other foster kids.
Oh my god.
Yep, and you know what? They found out first because I was asleep when it happened.
Oh no!
They didn't wake me up until the dog had already given birth to 2 of them out of 6.
Oh my god.
And mom was 20 minutes away when I called. So yeah, I had to figure that out. It was also bad because the dog, being a year old, decided to give birth on the cold linoleum floor and not in the heated crate that we got for her.
Oh,
and one of the pups was still in, like, the weird bag thing and possibly suffocating.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was not good. It was very not good. It was extremely bad.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so that I had to deal with that earlier. After because part of the reason that she didn't use the crate was because the door was closed to that room, and we didn't expect to give birth a week and a half early from what the vet said. But we opened the door. I opened the door, and I tried to get the kids to help me usher her in. Instead of going into the crate, she goes under my mom's king-sized bed.
Oh boy.
Which is still on cold linoleum floor at this point because I haven't turned the heater on or whatever. Mom gets home and now instead of exposing just these two foster kids, she also exposed my little brother and his 3 friends to this as well now because she has to bring them along too.
No, oh no. Oh my god.
Oh, what madness.
They actually helped, unfortunately, because I'm not small enough to fit and crawl under there anymore. So that was up to them, while I helped lift the bed for them to crawl under and get actually the puppies out into the crate. And those kids had to witness the miracle of life.
Wow.
Although I will say,
Wow.
I will say that in a tangentially related story that took us a long time ago, my older brother, about 7 years my senior, was there when I was born and stumbled into the delivery room because no one was watching him in the waiting room.
Oh, that poor guy.
That poor guy. He saw the whole last thing when he was 7. So, yeah.
Oh lord.
So yeah.
That's a very exciting day.
A lot of birthdays apparently. Happy birthday, Saba. Happy birthday, 6 pups. Maybe 5,
Happy
depending on
birthday,
how that
dog.
one turns out.
Happy birthday, doggos.
Happy birthday.
Dogs.
Happy birthday, dog.
What an insane day.
Ah!
What?
Ah.
Yeah, I've been here before. He needs 2 bombs, and if you miss even once,
Oh, I didn't realize the bomb.
start over again.
My brain switched the bomb and rupee counts. I was like, he's got 99 bombs. It's fine.
I wish I did.
Oh,
What is this,
you wish.
Binding
On the
Isaac?
wall.
Just kill
Yeah.
me, please. I hope that this
Lawrence,
skull has a
Jerry.
bomb underneath it.
Lawrence, I'm very curious for Art Fight. What characters you put in your profile?
Oh yeah,
Bomb.
I put down. I didn't draw any new OCs to put down on my profile. I just used the characters that I made for concept design, like 2
The
years
vampire?
back now. Yeah, the
Was that the class
vampire.
I was still in before I
Nice.
dropped out?
Was
No!
it in the same- I don't
It
think
was-
we were in the
It
same.
wasn't in a concept class. I remember we did a concept exercise and animation class together.
Oh yeah, but no, that wasn't
Okay.
different
fair.
class. It was I had to make a whole thing, but yeah, the vampire is which Zach remembers somehow. The vampire hunter and normal person. I forgot what his special thing was.
He was gay. No.
You might as well be. I gotta get that token gay person. But yeah, those are my dudes.
Cool.
You didn't put.
And
Gamer.
You didn't put.
And you said you
Patrice,
haven't
you didn't put
gotten any
Patrice
drawings
de
yet?
Voila on there.
I have her name. It's just a blank white screen. It's like, where's Patrice Delevoye? It's like, well, she got flashbanged, or rather, you did.
You got flashbanged
You
as soon
got
as you tried to look
flashbanged.
at her.
Think fast, chuckle nuts.
Big fast chuckle nuts.
That's really funny. You got flashbanged when you looked at her. Oh, that's so
Audience
good.
privacy. What can you say?
She does. She does enjoy her own privacy. That is true.
Who doesn't in this
Who
day
doesn't?
and age?
Who doesn't carry like a load of flashbangs on them so that they don't get
I was
sued?
like, you don't?
Exactly.
Listen, we all carry a flashbang pouch.
A pouch?
Never leave the house without it.
Entire ass pouch. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love my flashbang pouch. I craft them daily to refill it.
Yeah, that's part of the morning routine.
The morning routine. It's shower, breakfast, craft my flashbangs. Fuck.
Walk the
Go about
dogs.
the day.
Walk the
Go about
dog.
the day.
Finish crafting the flashbangs. Contemplate whether or
Use
not
the
I need.
flashbang.
Yeah, use the
Use-
flashbang at least once.
Yeah.
Contemplate
Test it.
whether or not I'm gonna need the smoke bomb today.
Yeah.
Okay, and now
And
I have
then-
4 bombs. Thank Christ.
And then only once a month because he uses it ever so rarely. Tear gas. Get craft those.
Ah,
You never
just
know.
in case somebody's protesting
never
in my
know.
front lawn.
oh my god.
You never know.
You
Those
never know when you're
those
gonna
was-
need it, Grant.
Those wascally protesters.
Did you know? Because I remember this from a while ago, but did you know that
Did you know?
the classic Bugs Bunny insult Nimrod actually completely ruined like an
The Greek
ancient? I think
god.
he was like an ancient Greek hero.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nimrod.
He was a
Nimrod was
hunter.
originally the name
Yeah.
of a like super epic like ancient Greek archer, like similar to like Perseus and stuff like that. But then,
Ooh.
you know, as like a joke on Looney Tunes, Bugs Bunny calls Elmer Fudd Nimrod, and people didn't recognize the reference, so they just assumed it must be an insult. And now Nimrod is an insult.
Dumbass.
No.
Yeah.
My understanding
I would be
was that Nimrod was
so
a
pissed.
deity. Yeah, same difference.
Imagine if you were Nimrod.
Well,
if you
Nimrod
wanted to
never.
be an epic-
Nimrod wasn't real, but still, if I was
Imagine if
Nimrod,
you
I'd
wanted
be
to be
pissed.
an
Okay,
epic
then why
archer
is
remembered for
he-
ages, but Bugs Bunny said, "Yeah, what's up, Doc?"
No, but no, it's the Bugs Bunny meme where he goes, "No."
No.
All right.
The one where it looks, the
Alright.
one where someone photoshopped him fucking.
Oh, that was
slurping
way
out
too
green
late.
Juice.
You
Dude, it's-
held it too long.
I know it's hard, dude. Go. See? Like how? Okay.
Do you have anything else in your
Nope.
repertoire?
Why not even go farther? I hate this game. I really should have
Yeah.
did a save state.
Before that.
I should have did
Yeah.
a save state when I had all 4 bombs, really. Whatever. Just gotta go
then
up
just
again.
Sat here.
Well, that was convenient, actually. Protected me from that thing. I don't know if Adrian has any more questions for Lawrence about Art Fight, but I did actually want to circle the wagons, or not really even circle the wagons. I guess kind of combine the 2 previous conversations.
The two.
So I was
Super wagon.
thinking, so I've been thinking about the Ace Attorney knockoff that I've been designing for a while, right? And obviously I've described before that the 2 characters are Patrice de Voila and Michael Hui, and they're, you know, they're both supposed to be like partners throughout the trilogy in theory. But I was thinking about it and I was like I don't know how to describe this exactly, but I don't know how to write a relationship that is not just completely friends, just like completely platonic, or completely romantic. Like, I don't know how to write something that's in between, I guess is what I'm saying. And I was thinking about it the other day, and unfortunately, I've come to the conclusion that I really do think that Patrice de Voila and Michael Hui, by the end of the trilogy, would be somewhere in between. So it's like, I feel like I've kind of mentally written myself into a corner where it's like, I think that this is how this character would naturally function if she were real, or if they were real, but I don't know how to write it. So I'm kind of stuck.
Writing relationships is hard. If only Saba, the story writer, was here.
If only we had someone who was particularly studying writing and doing a lot of writing. And man,
And then when they're done doing a lot of writing, doing more writing.
doing more writing, especially with characters and stuff. If only we knew somebody.
Yeah. I don't know. What is halfway between friends and romantic? Just flirting friends?
Not even really. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, can you be romantically involved in someone but then not sexually active? Like, is that a thing that you can do?
Yeah.
Ace?
Like
I was gonna say that's how asexual people live all the time.
Yeah, it's like a non-sexual relationship.
I thought Ace was like neither.
No, that's Arrow. You're thinking of Arrow Ace.
Yeah.
Fuck is that? Wait,
Aromantic
spell Arrow.
asexual. ARO.
It's ARO. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's literally just romantic and sexual, but put A in front of them. And then if you're both, an aromantic asexual, Arrow Ace.
Arrow Ace sounds like a really cool Pokemon move.
Sounds like a superhero.
Arrow Ace, now that I think about it, could definitely be in yet another one of the games that I've been designing in the background for 1,000 years. But okay, I guess in that case, Patrice de Voila would be Ace. I guess. Once again, this kind of highlights the fact that like I don't really know, and ergo, like I feel like I am gently walking into a minefield and just being like, well, "This is interesting."
Yeah, you're gently walking through the minefield and just hoping, like, God, I hope I get the answers right.
Yeah, I would say I really hope I don't misstep at some point.
Cancel before we even began.
Yeah.
Well, this is an interesting pickle.
pickle.
That's just me. What if this character had a, like, I don't even know, what would you call it, like a sexuality that I am so unfamiliar with, but somehow decided that this is what the character would be. Because it just makes sense. Because I was just thinking about it, where it's like, at the end of the theoretical trilogy, I like the idea of Michael Hui and Patrice de Voila, like, living together and, you know, being romantically involved, but then they're not physical at all. I don't know, there's just something about that I think is really appropriate for their relationship and the characters. But yeah. That and also aliens. It's like
Let me ask you this. Do you think that the fact that they wouldn't be physical is due to one of their personalities or just their relationship as a whole?
Both? Patrice is weird in the sense that she's very standoffish while also being incredibly personable at the same time. Like, I hope I described that correctly to have it make sense, but it's like I don't know. What is this skeleton doing? Skeleton, how'd you even get over there? Fuck.
He big chillin'. He's waiting for you.
Was that a particularly pertinent question, by the way, Adrian? Because needless to say, I brought this up on stream mostly because I was hoping that you guys would have a little bit more knowledge on the subject than I would. Which I'm not saying that you don't. I'm just saying that.
I was just gonna say that if you, I guess it's just like making a character Ace kind of should hinge on the character themselves and not things around them or their relationship with other people.
Well,
which in this case,
it seems like it's like kind of okay, I guess.
Yeah,
well, because like,
say that...
never mind. What are you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, there's kind of a little bit of stereotype around Arrow and Ace people being like, oh, they're like standoffish and no one gets them, and that's why the thing is. But also, I don't think people are gonna blame you for Meanwell, as long as, you know, if you just be upfront, be like, yeah, I thought this was fine, or whatever, I didn't mean to invoke whatever trope or whatever.
I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind in 6 years when the game is finally made.
There's a couple of tropes that are pretty prevalent that some people in the demographic are sick of. Like, one of them is like, oh, we have a non-binary character, but also they're a weird alien or a gross monster or something, and that's why they're non-binary rather than just being a person.
You mean like Shira?
Kinda, yeah. There's also Barry or lesbians. That's a common one.
Indus.
Yeah.
That was a joke that I was hoping that Grant would laugh at, but he did not.
I don't know what you're referencing.
I'm sorry.
Grant is looking at memes.
I honestly, I'm on r/Doge lore.
Why?
Nice.
I don't know. I like going there.
Give us
Who
the
doesn't?
top Doge lore of the month.
of the month. All right, let's see. Top.
Nah, actually, fuck that. Go all time.
All
Oh
time.
my god. Okay, all time. Oh,
funny,
okay. This
like, when I
actually makes
search
me
up-
happy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see it.
Hold on. I'm also downloading someone, so it's taking a bit to upload.
You downloading a illegal Photoshop, huh?
It's a
I would never.
massive file.
Look how fat he is.
Downloading some illegal massive footers.
Lawrence didn't even respond to the absolute gold I sent him last night.
I did not
Because
know how to
Lawrence,
react to
because
that.
Lawrence doesn't even like have notifications turned on. That's how much he doesn't care about the absolute hot fire I send him.
You gave me information on
I gave you
war
access.
strategy.
I gave
Like,
you.
what do I do with this now? How do I respond?
No, that's the stuff from this morning, you frick. I'm talking about the stuff from last
Yeah.
night. I sent you some links.
Oh yeah, that one. I'm also about that one. What is it?
What do you mean? What is it?
Are they like free cracked games?
Yeah.
All right, that's understandable. Just because when I first opened that first link, I was getting a bunch of advertisements on Fit Girls.
That's the name of the site. Lawrence.
But I had a picture of,
The name of the site is Fit. The name of the site is Fit Girls. Literally,
it is called Fit.
literally all you have to do is decline the first like pop-up thing that shows up, and then the entire rest of the site is just like a like FTP archive of cracked games.
man, you can't.
I was
Listen,
gonna
this
say-
website is sketchy
Did
as all
you just link
hell.
Lawrence to Blongstart?
I did not link him to Long Start.
It was the beginning of
Grant,
Blonde
will you
Start.
stop it with the Doge Lord? Fuck, they're on to us. Oh shit. Got taken by the hands again.
Back on my hands.
Man, this dungeon fucking sucks. I couldn't imagine doing this as a child. I would have stopped by now just because it's like, come on.
Fair enough.
There's no like nice and like reasonable way to like replenish your magic. There's no nice and reasonable way to replenish your bombs.
Is there a way to replenish your bongs?
No, you get the one. If you shatter it, you're done.
Well,
Yeah.
just save state.
Oh yeah, I do have save
Save
states.
state for your bongs.
By the way, you cannot tell me that this website is not sketchy.
It's fine.
I am so terrified to click on a link because it's gonna give me like 1,000 viruses.
Hey
Considering how
man,
many
hey
times
man,
Zach has
I got that.
classically
Hey
known.
man, I got that link from a random person on Tumblr, so I trust it.
Zach has classically been known to send all of us horrible phishing viruses.
Yeah, exactly. I would hope that you would have more faith in me. I usually look stuff up before I send them.
Yeah.
I didn't this time, but I usually do.
There's only so many times that Zach has
Well, because like the thing is that most of the games on that list that I was like, oh, maybe this would be interesting, I already own.
Oh yeah.
Like they have a Hat in Time on there with multiplayer connectivity, and I was like, wow, that's incredible. And then I thought about it for a second. I was like, wait, I own a Hat in Time twice plus
knowledge is
DLC.
incredible.
But Zach, do they have Splunky?
They do.
Are you gonna download it again?
That'll be the sixth. Hey, I just messaged Derek Yu on Twitter being like, hey, I did illegally pirate Spelunky, but just keep in mind that this is that I have bought the game 5 times. So give me a break.
Yeah. You wanna have the game on every single platform,
Including
Cracked,
pirates.
official.
Piracy.
Yeah.
I really love that. I really love that meme. I don't know who posted it. I'd seen it earlier, but the meme of the new Stream Deck, and you just put a Nintendo Switch emulator on it, and it's just a Nintendo Switch Pro. That's really good. Grant,
No.
stop with the Doge lore. There's so much other stuff we could be talking about, please.
Yeah, like we've been
Okay.
talking about how it doesn't make any sense. How on earth do people keep stealing our watermelons?
I don't get it, man. How do they
I
steal
don't
the
get it.
watermelon?
Let's ask the Doge with a weirdly watermelon-shaped face.
It's not even watermelon shaped.
I know, it's like, I don't know,
It's like vaguely watermelon shaped.
like a very thin watermelon.
Yeah.
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 Just die, please. God, I hate this
No.
dungeon.
No.
To protect myself from the mental breakdown, I might eventually just like look up a video of the game being beaten. I'm about to die. Oh,
Oh boy.
never gonna get back into that room. Anywho,
Probably not.
You know.
Sorry, I'm back.
I
A bunch of kids asked
remember-
me to unscrew a garden hose.
Nice.
interesting.
Why did they need a garden hose?
To fill up water balloons, because it was one of their birthdays when all this dog shit happened.
Oh,
Ooh, even
right.
more birthdays.
Yeah,
Even more to
birthday.
add to the list. Hello,
Correct.
Saba. Happy birthday, by the way. Everybody already said happy
Happy birthday,
birthday.
Saba.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Happy
We are
birthday.
no closer to victory than we were at the end of last week's stream, purely because this dungeon is a nightmare,
A
and it
doozy.
makes me want to explode like an atom bomb.
Go on, John.
Atom bomb, baby, little atom bomb. Remember Fallout 4?
No.
Remember Wigwam?
Good.
Remember Blomstar?
I want her.
Shut up,
in my
Blongstart.
wigwam.
Do you remember, Grant, when we were getting into Redline? And when I say we, I mean me. When we were getting into Redline for a while, and I looked up a bunch of development documents and stuff. Do you remember the name of that super fucking sick vehicle that didn't make it into the final cut because animating the reflections on the car would be too intense? But the car was called, I think it was like Atomic Black. And the idea was that it was like a limousine Corvette on like hover wheels that was powered by by a dark matter engine.
What the fuck?
And it was
Oh my
fucking it was
God.
fucking cool as shit. And the driver was going to be like a hip hop, like a space hip hop artist or whatever, who joined the race for publicity. But then his like pride is questioned at one point, or would have been questioned at one point, and he starts taking the race seriously, and he becomes like a major contender and an ally to the main character of Redline. I was like, dude, that's so cool.
But alas.
I love Atomic Black, dude. It's such a cool idea and just a cool design. But once again, the whole thing was that the entire car was supposed to be polished to a mirror finish. And they were like, well, if we're going to do this, we have to do it right. And if we do it right, we have to spend like several months on the reflections of this car alone, so it didn't make it. And I was like, no,
Sad.
that's so upsetting.
Rest in peace.
I found the car.
That's not
Atomic
a-
Black.
Lawrence, that's a hat.
There it is.
There it is.
Nice.
Look, you said it hovers, so no wheels. It's black. It's black. Atomic.
It's also supposed to be polished to a mirror sheen. I don't see no reflections on that.
All right, give me a second.
Because it's an image.
Yeah, Lawrence.
Turn off your computer.
Turn off your
You'll see
computer.
it. Don't believe
These
me.
two squares are different. These two squares are actually the same color. Don't believe me?
Finger on your ass. I love that
Classic.
meme.
It's a very good meme.
Give me a second. I'm totally not opening up Photoshop to make it a shine.
Oh my god. Respect.
Gotta
You
go all the
remember?
way with these posts.
There's another one that I don't remember if you remember, Grant. I don't remember the name of the car, but it was a teleporter, that only technically qualified as a like street legal vehicle, so it barely qualified for the race. But the idea was that they were like, all right, you're allowed to use this teleporter, but you're only allowed to teleport like 6 inches at a time. And the guy was like, sure, no problem. And like when the race starts, it's like 0 inertia, immediate, just whoop, 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 like down the
Really
racetrack.
funny.
And it's like teleporting into the air so it can effectively fly. And it's like, oh man, that would have been kind of neat too. You could have did some cool shit with that. It was shaped like a Fabergé egg, and the guys on the inside were supposed to be like posh assholes.
That's funny.
Yeah. I miss Redline. I want to watch it again. Lawrence, come on.
Some shitty 2-second
There it is.
shine. There you go.
Right there.
A little bit of algo grease.
That's what I call mirror finish, all right.
Yeah.
Two
That's what I
white
call
lines.
Music 53.
Excuse me, Zach. It's one white line and one super long oval.
That's so
Mwah.
Beautiful.
Wait, you just made it a shitty JPEG.
good. You took the high quality image and exported it as a shitty JPEG. I didn't even notice.
Even more respect.
I was gonna say, did you splooge on this thing?
No, listen. This is my finest work.
My finest
Why
work.
are there so many Why is there so much artifacting? You can see the pixels.
Because the atomic
Crunchy.
black itself is an artifact.
Smooth answer.
Wow. I was gonna say, you played it off smooth as butter. You played it off smooth as the shark skin.
Oh,
Almost
what
as
the
smooth
hell?
as how this hat drives. Oh, I'm sorry, car.
It's hat.
Also safe state.
Yeah, I know. File
It's
save,
time.
0. Jesus Christ.
It's time to progress.
Maybe.
Duel.
Cool.
Well,
Great.
Epic.
Epic.
awesome.
There you go. That one didn't work for some reason. Cool.
Even epic.
Even more epic. All right. I know that just spent
Yeah.
all of my bombs, but we're going to have to deal with it.
Ooh, one bomb. That's
Ooh.
why they give you the bomb.
Ooh, a bomb.
Ooh.
I'm glad you gave it to me after the puzzle was over and I didn't need it anymore.
Oh man, I don't even know what it looks like in the outside world anymore.
You were a
been
little
here too
late to
long.
stream. That is true. Oh,
Ooh.
but do I just take damage? I do. Okay. I didn't know if it would drop me into a room or something. You know what? Thinking about and we don't have to talk about it again because it's unnecessary, but thinking about what I had asked about the Patrice Devoila thing before, I remember, do you remember Gwen from Cogswell?
Nope.
Maybe.
Okay.
I have a face in my mind, but I don't know if that's Gwen. Keep going.
So, okay. So, it is gonna seem like a tangent, but it's not. It's relevant. You remember the JoJo fan treatment that I wrote, Legacy of Reverie, the one that starred Koichi as the main character,
Oh yeah, my boy Koichi.
right? And he gets the partner that's where he doesn't the partner doesn't actually have a stand. He's the guy that has Dream Lover or whatever, but he's like hand-to-hand combat against stands, and it's fucking sick.
Oh yeah.
Hello? What am I supposed to do? Oh,
Hello.
look at that.
Hello, Link.
One
Hello,
of the
Link.
overarching themes of Legacy of Reverie was the idea of expectations, right? The idea of, your superiors or just people in general putting expectations on who you are, what they want from you, who they expect you to be, and stuff like that. And I remember that there was a moment where I was writing it, and I was thinking maybe this would be a good opportunity to explore the idea of like a trans woman, I guess, in the sense of like the partner character, the not Koichi, obviously. You know, all, you know, the stuff that you would expect, like not feeling really comfortable in their body, but due to the culture where they came from and then the training that they received from the Speedwagon Foundation, you know, they're expected to be wait, what the hell? Sorry, that spooked me for a second.
You did like a Looney Tunes moment there.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I can make it back if I just walk. But yeah, anyway, so I was thinking about using it as an opportunity to, you know, try to learn something, right? To maybe make myself a little bit more worldly. And the only trans woman that I knew at the time was Gwen from Cogswell, who I had worked with because she was a tutor at the school. Ooh, and so it was one of those things where like we had like polite conversation before, but I felt like it was a really awkward conversation to have, being like, hey, can I interview you about your like experiences, like your life experiences, like regarding this topic, so that way I can write my JoJo fan fiction better. So I never did.
What an opener.
So I never, well, obviously that wouldn't be the opener. I'm saying that for comedic effect, but I never did end up asking her, but that was still one of those things that I was thinking about where it's like, I kind of wish that I did, so that way I'd be a little bit more worldly, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, that's what consultants are for.
True.
Yeah, just hire one.
Just hire a consultant, you know, with the money that you have.
Yeah.
Indeed. Yeah. It's that simple.
I'm sure Glenn would accept Lint.
Lint?
I'm sure they'll accept exposure.
Oh God!
They were an artist.
This radioactive isotope I have in my pocket, exposure, yeah.
Yeah, this exposure I have in my pocket, the extremely cold weather I have in my pocket.
Yeah.
So I am going to scream because for some reason they decided to design a part of this dungeon where it's a one-way door that leads you back to the entrance. And with no indication that it would do so, I guess if I opened my map, I guess I might have gotten a hint at it. But you know, I was just exploring around, and now I have to do this section again, including the bombs.
Really?
Yes.
Awesome.
Because clearly this game didn't need to be protracted any longer. It needed the extra time.
Yeah, of course.
Got it. All right, now I'm a professional. Cool, and I have exactly 2 bombs to do this.
All right.
Yep.
Easy.
If this doesn't work, like I'm gonna do a save state on slot 1 instead of 0. If this doesn't work, I'm just gonna reload slot 0.
Fair enough.
Makes sense.
With the 5 bombs.
That.
Cool, great.
We did it.
Back in time.
This game sucks.
Gotta go back in time.
Back in time.
Back in time.
What was the name of the Pitbull song that they did for Men in Black 3?
What?
You don't know what I'm talking about?
No.
You know Men in Black 3, obviously, right?
No.
Never heard of it.
I mean, you know Men in
Never
Black,
seen it.
obviously.
I know Men in Black. I never seen Men in Black 3.
The only thing I remember is that when that one guy came up to me and said, "Do you know Men in Black?" It's like, "Yeah, kind of," and then he like brought this thing up to my eyes.
All right, well, he knows the memes at
Kind of
least.
blurry after that.
Yeah.
Don't remember a whole lot after that.
I think you threw a flashbang at me.
Shut up, Lawrence.
That's probably what it was. That's probably what it was. It was probably a flashbang.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah,
Those mind-wiping flashbangs they have.
Mind-wiping flashbangs. Yeah, so they made a third Men in Black movie, which at first people were very opposed to because Men in Black 2 was so shit, and it was. But Men in Black 3 actually turned out to be like a pleasant surprise overall. At least I know I enjoyed it. But that entire movie revolves around like time travel and like time loops and stuff like that. And so the main theme of the movie was written and performed by one Pitbull. And it was actually like a pretty okay song
Gross.
to the point where I had it on my iPhone for a while. Like that was like one of 3 songs I had on my iPhone.
Wow, indeed.
It was pretty interesting.
On a completely unrelated note, I will never be attending stream again. No.
I hate this. This game sucks.
On an unrelated note, I'm quitting.
On an unrelated note,
That's it.
on an unrelated note, a family friend.
Yeah.
You
In fact,
love when
I think I'm in the wrong stream right now. The host is Lamo, not Obo.
It's not Lamo, it's
true.
Lamo.
Oh, it's
Long
Lamo?
A, not short
Lamo.
A.
Pretty lame-o.
Actually, I guess it would be pronounced Lamo. Oh, I need to add a second M for it to be Lamo, huh?
Yeah, there you
Lamo.
go.
But then the
What
joke
up
doesn't work.
Lamo though?
Lambo.
Do you have a Lamborghini?
Yeah, I was about to say Lambo.
The stream laminated.
Ooh.
It's lampoonated.
Ooh. It's so shiny, just like this atomic black.
Mm.
True.
Indeed. All right. Here we go.
That was a legitimate question though. What is up with Lamo?
I don't remember, like there was something last night because I was like tired. It must have been in the Pokemon chat because Grant and Saba both
was.
responded. And I accidentally put Lamo instead of Lamau, and I was like, you know what? That's my new alter ego, Lamo. So Grant is correct when he says that the joke technically won't work anymore if I do that. However, I don't want to be called Lamo.
Get fucked, lame-o.
All right.
Oh.
Ooh, you're back in this
Whoa.
room, and now you're
Oh.
back.
What the fuck? What does that have to do with the why? They didn't do anything. Why have that at all? Because like I can't leave. It's just for this. And there was nothing in there. It was just
Sounds
a little
like you
magic.
problem.
So that you
Sounds
can
like your
take a look
problem.
back into the room that you have visited many, many, many times.
Many.
Just in case you
Mail.
forgot it.
Just in case you forgot. And in the case that you do forget, here it is again.
Here's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Here it is again.
Yeah.
So I started watching the He-Man Masters of the Universe Netflix special.
There's a Netflix special of
And?
that?
Yeah, it's a 5-episode series. It's animated by the same people that animated the Castlevania show. So needless to say,
Yeah, it's
Sick.
so I'm about to say,
Here's the
needless to
entire
say, it
trailer in
looks
front of
very
my
good.
face.
Sick as hell.
But I don't know. Maybe it's just because I don't really have an affection for He-Man. But then again, I also didn't really have an affection for She-Ra prior to watching that. But
Well, this She-Ra was very obviously different.
correct. And what I'm saying is that, like, so the He-Man special is quite fucking. The He-Man special is quite interesting because it's basically a canonical sequel to the actual show.
Yeah, it continues where it left off.
Which is fucking, I don't know why I'm even trying. Like, what I'm trying to do is I just want to light that, but I don't know if I can reach that from here. Oh, I totally can. Great. I'm an idiot. Do I even have enough time to get over there?
Have enough time?
Have enough time!
I think it just shows the path rather than making the path exist.
Correct, but I still need to know where it is.
All right.
Yeah, because otherwise I'll just keep falling and die. Dude, do you mind?
Just don't.
I almost shut down the stream. I stopped myself. It's okay.
Nice.
No, don't worry. It's fine because I can load
We're
position
gonna go back
at
in
slot
time.
1. We're gonna go back in time.
Go back in time.
We're going back in time, everybody.
You have messed with the powers of primal. What's the fucking? I don't remember what the monologue is.
From what?
Excuse you?
There's a monologue that some guy does in a movie where it's like, "You have meddled with the powers of nature," and then it goes to like a big song about time travel.
I don't know that one.
It might be a music video rather than a movie or something. I don't know. Is there a clip where there's some guy going like with a bunch of like dancer girls in the background in like a parking lot at night, and it's really wet, and he's like, "You have meddled with primal forces beyond your comprehension." There's girls who like da 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 da, and like the guitar kicks in. It's like
Music
sick.
video, you say?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
either a music video or a movie or something. I don't know exactly what it's from, but it's just I think of it whenever I hear of time travel nowadays.
Am I in it, Adrian?
You're not in it, unfortunately. I wish.
Damn it.
No. No. Man, could you imagine how frustrated I'd be if I didn't have the second tunic?
I was gonna say, you got the tunic off screen.
Off screen?
Wait, no, that's still the blue tunic. Never mind. I thought you got the red tunic.
No.
I'm playing a game right now.
Oh, I found one.
Adrian's
Tunic?
busy being a gamer.
I am busy being a gamer. I'm busy playing Baldur's Gate 3, which is still not out yet because I'm a clown. I got big clown shoes and a big clown nose and a big clown afro and big clown outfit.
Oh, right.
Congratulations.
Big clown makeup.
Correct.
Big clown ass.
Is Baldur's Gate 3 good?
I like it better than Divinity Original Sin 3, or Divinity Original Sin 2, I should say. I would say that it's definitely enjoyable with friends and by yourself, but also, you know what? I guess, I don't know, it has quirks. I haven't thought about them in a long time, so I can't recall them to knowledge super easily, but I would say that I have less problems with it than I do with Divinity Original Sin 2. My main problem is that it doesn't have enough content that I want yet, but that's fine. That's part of the early access process.
Right.
Although
Hey,
that's
bombs!
the content that you have can last for quite a while. I have like a good almost 100 hours probably in this game. I have 101 hours in this game.
Nice. Very cool.
What happened to you playing Monster Hunter?
So my controller that I got for like $25 on Amazon about 8 months ago, after about 50 hours of gameplay, the forward on the left stick sometimes just does not respond.
That in Monster Hunter, that's quite bad.
I was gonna say you could say in most games that's bad. So yeah, I can't press forward more, so I stopped playing that game for the time being.
That was
Fair.
frustrating.
Or well, it sometimes works, but you know, I'm not a fucking repair expert or anything like that, so I don't do that.
You're not about to risk it.
Not.
I remember when I was playing Monster Hunter World, that was the first time in my memory that I can think of where my left analog stick was having most of like the rubber padding stripped away because I was just holding forward that much. Because you're constantly just running in that game because all the environments are super huge.
Correct.
Good times though.
Good times.
Good time.
Good time.
Oh, the red tunic.
Hey, even better than blue.
Cool, now I'm a red guy.
You look weirder.
I think there was
What happened?
another path down there that I should have taken. No, actually, I think I was fine.
Okay.
Hey Grant,
Yo.
Is that one over there?
do you want to pay an exorbitant price to take these puppies off my hands?
How much is it? How much a puppy?
I don't know, but it's probably gonna be too much money.
Damn.
It costs
My
too much. Would you like to
My mom.
buy it?
It's for the money.
Damn.
You know what? Honestly, that's correct, Lawrence.
Fair enough.
The money.
The only place
You
I can
saved me,
see-
but why?
Money.
monkey,
Monkey.
monkey. Ugh.
man, I'm tired.
You know
What
what'll help
happened
with
in your
that?
day today?
Never mind.
I did not hear. I heard both sentences and did not glean meaning from either of them. What?
Grant, sorry, not Grant. You asked. No, Zach asked if you want to know what would help with that, and I asked why you're so tired today. What happened?
Oh, well, what can help with that, Zach?
Do Adrian's first, because mine was going to be a
Okay.
sarcastic joke.
Oh, okay. Well, I started, as I told you guys at our meeting yesterday, I started Thursday, shoot. I started a new workout routine where I'm doing a lot more cardio.
I was gonna say, put on yellow jacket and stars and extra.
Yeah, I dance now.
Nice.
But so I did that this morning, and that sucked. And then also I hung out with some friends locally, and all we did was walk around for like 3 hours.
Were you wearing comfortable shoes?
I was wearing comfortable shoes, but it's hot as fuck.
That's fair. One time I walked about 4 miles in fucking flip-flops.
Oh god.
Yeah, we walked uphill a couple times too.
Whoa.
Yikes.
I got some of the worst calluses of my life that day.
I was about to say that would destroy your feet.
Did. It almost destroyed my feet as hard as Squat Quest did.
Or maybe
quite
it's
as hard as what?
in your feet.
Squat Quest? I thought I'd explained this a couple
Squat
times on
Quest?
stream.
What's squat?
There was,
No, I don't think so.
long story short, there was one time in high school where I really, really wanted to have a nice ass, so I started doing a lot of squats every day, to the point where it got to like hundreds, like
Holy
100,
shit.
and then 200, and then 300. Because I didn't have weights. I don't have weights, so it was all just like body weight exercise. So
Oh, okay.
it got to a point where I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna go all out today because I feel like I'm making a lot of good progress. And then I decided to do 1,000 squats in one night, and I got to 500. And then for the rest of the week, I started wobbling and couldn't bear to the concept of doing exercise anymore. And then I gave up on Squat Quest and I haven't exercised regularly ever since.
Adrian.
Yeah.
Holy
Doing
shit.
500 squats in one night turns out cripples you basically. It's unbelievably hard to do things and walk around, and I was in pain.
Shit.
Yeah, I can imagine your thigh just screaming for help.
Honestly, it didn't
enough.
hurt until I stopped.
Yeah,
It didn't hurt until I was like,
it
didn't hurt until I was like, whew, okay, I'm gonna take a break. And then my body's like, and I was like, all right, time to get back in. And I was like, no, it's not. It's never gonna.
No.
You fool.
Did you really think?
Yeah.
Did you think?
God damn.
Did you think I would think?
Wink.
But yeah, that was Squat Quest. It happened a long time ago in high school. It was the last time. It was the only time I ever exercised regularly.
Oh,
Yeah,
that-
doing too many of an exercise hurts. Like,
Correct.
yeah. Because I remember I wanted to try out doing the One Punch Man workout. Just for like
Oh
a
my
week to see
God.
how it is. Well, like, I mean, the first half ain't bad. The first half being like the 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100.
I'm about to say, isn't it the
squats.
100-kilometer whatever that's terrible?
The 10-kilometer
10K
run
Yeah.
is painful.
After that. Yeah.
Because what is 10
hard.
kilometers? 10 kilometers is like
Like around
like
3.5
6
miles. That's like 6 miles.
It's like
Oh my
6
god.
miles.
Because a 5K is like 3 point something miles.
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
Because I've done a couple 5Ks. I didn't do good time, but I did certainly was there.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
I have done one
participated.
such like marathon, and when I say I did it, I mean that I walked for most of it. I think it was some ridiculous amount. We walked like downtown, uptown, or something for like a charity event.
Yeah,
Which I
marathons
didn't
are
sign up for.
pretty
My
long.
parents dragged me along without really me asking to go in the first place.
Oh no.
That's a
the
lot of
worst
things
kind.
happened in my childhood. Yeah, imagine you're a scrawny 100-pound pulp, and your parents are like, "Guess what? We're gonna go do this charity event tonight." And I was like, "But I want to play Final Fantasy."
But Final
Oh,
Fantasy.
play some games.
I
Yeah.
wanna
And
play-
Lawrence, you run regularly.
Yeah.
Like,
but
So I
after
can only
the-
imagine me who doesn't run. I think I just die. I think my body would evaporate.
Yeah, because like what was going on is like the first 5 kilometers was the most painful part because you can feel your body getting exhausted, but then the last half is well, your body gets numb. You got that runner's high, so like yeah, I can do this. You stop running and then your legs collapse. And then at one point, my right ankle was just not working properly for like 2 months. After that,
All right, I
couldn't run.
gotta ask: is runner's high like an actual thing, or are people just been bullshitting me my entire life?
I think it's a thing. I think it
Gaslighting
like
me?
I'm not gonna answer for Lawrence, but I think it's a thing that some people get and other people don't. Because I have never experienced a runner's high. I've experienced runner's anguish.
I've experienced runners' denial,
attack.
grief, bargaining, anger.
Like,
Well, that's the weird thing because I think the high is gonna come after the anguish.
fuck that.
That's terrible. That's awful.
Man, this
Maybe.
really sucks and makes me want to die. Don't worry though, it'll get good for a while and then it will suck again.
And then it'll really suck when you stop.
Oh,
Oh my god.
yeah. I feel real good after my 10-kilometer run. Yeah, take a nap, bitch. You're gonna really feel it when you wake up.
I like this hypothetical
God.
like person that you're talking to, where it's like, oh yeah, you think you're hot shit? Take a nap.
Do
Take a
it
nap,
right
rest
now.
your body. You're gonna find out that your body wants to rest for the rest of its life.
Dude, just stop shooting.
Just leave. Just leave.
I want the
You
hearts.
can leave.
Ah!
Oh my god.
I wanted hearts, but I didn't realize that the game was gonna be mean. I have 1 fairy. Wait, no, I have 0 fairies because I ate 1. Well, it's not I want. Whatever, man. Game sucks.
The game sucks.
Why are there just statues here?
Yeah, but to answer your question, Grant, well, actually, Zach did answer it to how
I did?
would have said, yeah, which is like some people
It
can
happens to
experience it,
some
some
people.
cannot.
So you have it, or you?
I can experience it, yes.
So it's not a consistent thing.
No. I very much have to be in like a certain mindset.
Well, I can
Otherwise, that's
do
interesting.
a silly Kermit voice. Can you do that?
Oh, you got me there.
Checkmate, fucker.
Kermit impression.
Oh, they shoot rocks when they come out of the ground.
Rope.
Ah.
Yeah, they do.
I didn't even notice that. Because this is a boss, by the way. I don't know if you remember. This is like the first boss we fought.
It is.
They wouldn't possibly do a boss gauntlet.
Grant. I swear to fucking God, if there's a boss gauntlet, we're stopping this and we're moving on to a different game. This
But
game.
you have all the shit now. You have all the things. You have the red
Yeah,
tunic, this cool sword, and
you're so
it'll be a
cool.
breeze.
You know what
Just
I
to show
you know
how
you know what
popular
I
you've
you know
gotten.
what I don't have anymore? Patience.
You're so cool and epic though now.
The Gel Apocalypse was streaming briefly the other day, and once again it was just one of those things where he was just kind of like, how am I supposed to know where to go? Here?
Leap of faith.
Leap of
Brother.
faith.
What if I do this?
I think can you illuminate it?
With the lamp, the lantern?
I don't know.
Nope.
Maybe. Nope, it's
You
not.
need like a sconce.
Oh, well, sorry,
scared.
you smart motherfucker.
How the fuck am I supposed to? And by the way, I do feel quite clever for figuring. Oh, I was right. It did work.
You were right.
I was like, what happened? You saw the rock drop.
I saw the rock drop, but I didn't register that it dropped. Okay, so
Aw.
it's there.
Why are you backing up?
Oh.
Rest in peace.
Great.
Rip.
I mean, it's fine. Whatever.
And
It's the final
fine.
challenge of the game. It's supposed to be hard. Whatever. It's gay.
it's the final count.
Anyway, sorry. To finish the thing that I was saying.
Did you say the final challenge of the game is gay?
What?
Just so casually, you're like, whatever. It's final again. It's gay.
No. So
That's what I heard, right?
That's definitely what I heard too.
what I meant to say, if it didn't come out right, was it's the final challenge of the game, so it's okay.
That's kind of what I assumed, but also that's not what I heard.
It really came across as this final challenge is gay.
It's gay.
I was like, I know what you're trying to say, but it's certainly not what I heard.
Like, whoa, Zach, it's 2021. Jesus.
Yeah.
What is this?
Just
Spider-Man
talking
2?
about LGBTQ plus, representation and all of this.
Yeah. Like, I want to be a more worldly person.
Yeah. It's really
Like, oh
funny.
man, this is fucking gay.
Oh my god.
Well,
Die.
Zach gets canceled yet again. Another clip in the compilation.
For my future
Zach's
canceling, yeah.
cringe compilation.
Rich
Sure,
compilation.
it's another future clip for the ad reel when Zach runs for office.
When
For
I
his
run
opponent.
for
There you
office,
go.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
we're gonna have a YouTuber president. We're just gonna. It's gonna happen.
I mean, eventually, sure.
You put a bunch of politicians with typewriters in the room, they'll eventually make a YouTuber president.
You put a bunch of politicians in a room together, and one of them will get stabbed 16 times.
Correct.
History
But to
repeats
finish my
itself.
thought from earlier, Jello was streaming, and it was something along the lines of he posted on Twitter a really brief clip of the Ace Attorney video that he's animating, and I said something along the lines of like, man, I wouldn't even have remotely enough patience to, or no, sorry. I said like, wow, that's incredible. You're a very good video editor. And he immediately went off on this like mini tirade of like, I don't really think people understand that it's not a compliment to give yourself like self-deprecation. Like, I don't think that I'm better just because you say that you're worse. In response to the thing that I said, and I was like, all right, calm down a little bit. But I kind of get what he meant. And so I corrected myself and I was like, no, I'm not saying that you're like talented. I'm saying you have way more patience than I do. And he was like, oh yeah, you just get that over time. And I was like, you mean just like artistic skill in general? You get that over time by practice? But
Who would have thought?
I'm about to say, who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
But I did think the interaction was a little funny, so I wanted to bring it up.
You interacted with the Jello Apocalypse.
The
an
Jello
e-celebrity,
Apocalypse.
as they say.
Yeah.
The Jiggly Wiggly, as they call him in certain circles.
Don't call him the
Oh my
Jiggly Wiggly. The
Well,
Jiggly
maybe you
Wiggly
know
is so fucking
You don't know
fun.
what circles they call him the Jiggly Wiggly in.
Yeah, clearly you're not a part of that circle.
Exactly.
I'm not part of that epithet.
Yeah, and you also don't want to
be.
be. Trust me on
What the
this
fuck?
one.
What the fuck is right below that room that I just came in from? Because there's nothing below it. There's an
Florence's
explodable
house.
wall that I blew a hole in, but there's no way to get there. So it seems like it's an exit, but an exit to where from where? Like, I don't understand. Whatever. I just have to do all of this nonsense again, like every time.
Woo.
Yeah, I think there's a part where fairies show up though, right? Soon.
Hey, could be.
Hey, at least
So when we get the guy
these
shrugging.
skeletons can't hurt me anymore. Like the bones literally don't deal enough damage to hurt me, so
Nice.
the laser beam does
That
though.
does.
Oh man, I'm doing way better this time. Okay, great. I knew that would happen. I planned for it. Dude, just come over here. What the fuck? It's fine. Shut the fuck up.
That's how we know Zach's upset.
Shut the
when it's
fuck up.
silent.
Remember, if you need to smash something, not
Not
that
the
like
table.
Smash that like button.
He said something, smash that like button. Oh, you're very funny, huh?
Funny stuff.
Funny stuff.
Funny stuff. So,
And subscribe.
My stomach hurts.
and subscribe. Hit that like and concede button.
That like and concede. Which, by the way, the what was the video that Lawrence and I did inadvertently by accident?
The Luck Be a
Luck Be a Landlord. Yeah, there you go.
We forgot about that.
Yeah, that. What do you mean you forgot about that?
Our most treasured memory.
It's
Yes,
not
the
only
video
our
where
most
he followed
treasured
my
memory.
advice.
It's gonna it's currently on track to eclipse like the second most popular video on the channel,
Oh my god.
which is the.
Oh yeah, look at that.
It's at like last time I checked it was at 213 or whatever, and so it's like it's gonna eclipse it. But
Oh yeah, your next most popular video promoted to customer.
Grant. But
Lawrence, you're about to unseat Grant like a fucking chivalrous jousting contest.
well, he already
can't
did,
believe
but
you would do
still.
this.
Did apparently.
But the what I was going to say was that that video got me 6 subscribers so far,
Nice.
which is cool because I really look forward to when they all unsubscribe when they realize that I don't usually make that kind of content.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say, and only 2 of them were me.
2 of them were myself. Because I'm thinking
only
about it, and it's like the
only-
next video that's coming out is the 45-minute long playthrough, or the 45-minute long video that I ended up editing of us playing Firewatch.
Oh yeah.
Which
Oh, yeah,
no
you didn't edit
no
that
one
yet.
has given a shit about Firewatch since like 2016.
Yeesh. Oof.
Oof.
Dang.
But what about that JoJo video?
Man, it's hard. Hey, I was watching Dogs this week, and then also more accurately playing Monster Hunter Stories 2. Oh, you know what? I can talk about the ending to Monster Hunter Stories 2.
All
Does it
right.
have any spoilers for the ending of Monster Hunter World?
I
don't actually care.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, I guess the only spoiler would be Nergigante, but that's not really a spoiler per se, because he's like the title monster for World. But anyway,
Why, he's my favorite character. How could you spoil his existence?
Nergigante, the monster, is your
Yeah,
favorite character.
how could you?
He is one of my
I'm
favorite monsters. He's
scandalized.
really cool. They actually use Nergigante in a really cool way in Monster Hunter Stories, because once again the whole game is like RPG battles, and Nergigante's whole gimmick is that he's constantly growing like horns all over his body, like just tons and tons of them. And at first they grow and they're white and they're quite brittle. You can like smash them pretty easily, but if you don't smash them in time, they harden and turn black, and they're like impossible to shatter. And if every single segment of his body is covered in black horns, he does a move which I can't remember what it's called. It's called like Savage Dive or whatever. But the basic idea is that he flies up really high and then dashes into the ground at such speed that he shatters all of his own horns like a projectile and deals an unbelievable amount of damage to everybody on your team. So it just fucking boom obliterates everybody. It's super cool. But anyway, sorry. So the reason why the ending for Monster Hunter Stories 2 was really funny and good in general was twofold. So first, I think I told this to Grant already. I might have told it to Lawrence. I definitely didn't tell Adrian. But in Monster Hunter Stories 2, they pair you up with this Rathalos, which is supposed to be like your quintessential buddy monster for the whole game. But the thing is that I don't really care for Rathalos, so I never used him. I never leveled him up. I never gave him like bonus stats or anything like that. I basically just never used him. And so the semi-final, like the second to last boss of the game, is this guy who, like, oh, it turns out the whole time he was a traitor and he was gonna betray you. And he shows this by taking over Eurathalos. And so that ended up making the boss fight incredibly easy because I never used him. I never used him, so he was useless. And my opponent, like the semi-final boss, would only ever, like every other turn, he did this like really powerful fireball move, but I could tank it, so it was no problem. And then on the off turns, he would use Venom Strike, which is one of the very first like moves that. Oh fuck! I forgot about these guys. Every other turn he would use Venom Strike, which is an extremely low damage move that has a like 5% chance to poison, so it's essentially useless. And so like every other turn, it was basically just I got free reign to do whatever I wanted. And that boss was easy as shit. And so now, before I tell you about the true final boss, and not like true ending type shit, but like they reveal like, oh, there's actually one more thing to fight, I want to ask. Normally, when you have a spin-off game, right? Like, think about, like, Pokemon having spin-off games,
Rangers.
or... Yeah, like Pokemon Ranger, or Mystery Dungeon, or whatever, or, like, the Final Fantasy spin-offs and stuff like that, right? Typically, they have free reign to introduce new characters, but they can't change, like, canon. And they can't add permanent features that will affect the main line, right? That's usually how it works.
Typically, yeah.
In Monster Hunter Stories 2, it is incredibly fascinating because the final boss of the game, of like the main story, is a elder dragon, which is like the super big, powerful, really important monsters that are always like involved in the story. They added a brand new one and confirmed that he's now going to be like a mainstay in like the regular Monster Hunter series.
Wow.
And that's really that's essentially, I mean, obviously there's less clout there, but it's essentially the equivalency of like, imagine Pokemon Ranger 4 comes out and they introduce a new legendary, and that legendary is now just in all the games.
Well, isn't that what Pokemon Go did with Meltan and Melmetal? He's
Well,
not a
Meltan
legendary,
and-
but he's like a pseudo or whatever.
Meltan and Melmetal were always planned on being in Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, and they reworked it to be a cross promotion with Let's Go later, or with Pokemon Go later. So I guess it kind of counts, but you know, but yeah, I don't know. I guess I just wanted to bring that up because not only was the boss fight super cool, and the Elder Dragon's design was really interesting. It was just something that I haven't seen a whole lot in games in general. I can't think of besides the example that Grant just gave, I can't really think of the last time that like a spin-off added something to the main canon, which is neat.
Yeah.
Go.
Just one left.
I know. God.
That's cool. He's gamer. Gamer man.
Once.
Man. Gamer man.
I don't know, man. It's just
Gamer.
quirky.
No,
I
that's
probably
fair.
should have like where were the fairies? There was like an area that had like a shit ton of fairies in it, right?
Wasn't it the previous room or something? I don't know about shit ton, but they had like
There was
one or
4.
two in the skulls. Oh, really?
Yeah, there was a room that had 4 fairies in it, and I remember I picked one up and put 3 in bottles, and I want to know where that room is so I can get more fairies, but I don't know where it is. I don't know. Maybe it's coming up. Who knows? Scusi.
Zach, tell us about this Wikipedia challenges that you would like to do in your video
So
ideas.
as I said before, I've been perusing Jello Apocalypse's Twitter for a while now, and one of the things that he has on there that I thought was quite an interesting idea was a guy who posted a thing where he was like, yeah, the challenge is that on a second monitor, you know how Wikipedia has that option where you can just how am I supposed to know how to get to him? Is it trial and error? Oh, the block.
Block thing.
It's so tedious though. Whatever. Just load up the thing again. So anyway, on a secondary screen, you open up 2 tabs of Wikipedia and you hit random article on both. And it'll obviously bring up 2 articles, and the challenge is that you're supposed to go from article A through hyperlinks exclusively in Wikipedia to get to article B, and you're supposed to keep track of time and number of links that you go through.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a
It's
website for that.
I'm about to say there's it's kind of like 7 Degrees of Kevin Bacon, but it's interesting.
I've played that before.
Yeah, I've seen people do it before.
Yeah.
Cool.
And
I've seen
I
people
remember
speedrun that shit, which is really funny.
Yeah, I've seen people go from, let's see how fast I can go from British crumpets to Nazi regime.
I mean, that's
Speedrun
really
was going-
easy because you just go Britain, British history, and then Nazi regime.
Yeah, okay.
That's
Fair enough.
extremely easy.
Well, I'm thinking examples.
You
on top of
fucking
that.
idiot!
Alright, let's see the longest. Well,
I'm gonna
that you
piss
can
on the
do.
moon. I don't remember what the quote was.
Piss on the moon.
I don't
I
remember
have
what the
36 alternative accounts.
What about Nazi regime to the GMC stock market?
That's very easy. You just go through any Wall Street bank, and someone on there will probably have an ancestor that was on the Nazi regime.
So, someone
no,
on
the
there
other
is
way
probably
around.
part of the active Nazi regime.
Okay, well, not there, evidently. I don't know. Is it like this, and then I'm supposed to go this
Oh
way?
no! How fast can we do Nazi regime to Zach's stream?
I don't have a
Zach
Wikipedia
stream.
article, so.
You're about to. Watch
We're
this.
about to.
Yeah, we're making one.
Oh my god, I made it! Jesus Christ!
I'm about to do what's called a pro gamer move.
Now what? Now what
Crap.
stupid bullshit is gonna be in this room? I ask.
You want to save
Hey.
You
state?
want to save?
Hello.
It's Adrian. Hello.
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 I'm here.
What stupid shit? It's Adrian.
Hello,
What?
Zach.
I had the mirror shield pointing at him though.
But you swung right as it did it. So because you move the shield aside to swing.
Great. Fantastic. It's fine.
Well, at least you know the path now.
I do know the path, so that's fine. Die. Just die.
Die. You must die.
You must die.
You must die. Hello, Zach.
Why does he
You
sound
must
so
die.
tired?
You must.
You must die.
You must die.
Let me tell you something. Because it's me after a long ass day of walking.
Yeah.
This is me after my 10-kilometer run. I must die.
Yeah.
I must die.
I must die.
Hey Lawrence, when you were doing the One Punch Man routine, were we living together? Because I vaguely remember you saying that you were doing it.
Not when we were living together. I think I for sure planned on doing it when we were living together, but I never actually did it until way later on. Oh yeah.
You're insane.
Oh yeah, I'm never doing that again. Oh, that hurt.
Like, do we
That
really need
hurted.
to have the little turret in the bottom that's also shooting me at the same time? Is that really necessary? Are you sure? Super sure about
Makes me
that?
feel better.
Adrian,
It makes you feel.
It's my
better.
emotional support turret.
emotional support. What are you in it? What are you, engineer?
Yeah. Listen, if that don't work,
Engineer.
use more gun. The engineer
Use
is engineer.
Got it. Okay.
Dead. Do you want to save state right here?
No. I will save
Okay.
state here.
Okay.
Not because you mentioned it, but because
Okay.
I wanted
I'm
to.
doing this on my own.
I'm doing this for me. Just so you know.
So I'm looking at banter ideas. I'm trying to scroll up to as high as I can. That still has the
The mark.
the emoji on it.
Mark of the curse.
I lost it.
There are some that are really up there that I just left on in case we have
Yeah.
nothing else to talk about. Like Saba's do tropes make sense
shit.
or whatever.
Yeah, I still have your what the frick is up with Nintendo, yeah?
I don't know if we can have that conversation. Do you want to, Grant? Do you want to, Grant? Do you want to spearhead?
long-winded.
Do you want to spearhead that? That could be like the rest
That's
of
a
the stream.
long-winded one.
Why hasn't Nintendo
Yeah.
given me my free McRib yet?
I would say
Honestly,
seems like the
facts.
big three conversations that I'm seeing here is the what the frick is up with Nintendo. We are all Xehanort now. And
I thought we already
didn't
talked
have to
about
have
that.
one.
Yeah, I thought we talked
already
about that
talked
one.
Yeah.
what does the pog emote mean?
That's
It's just
me
That's-
it's not the
I'm about to say that's just
Okay,
just
got
Grant
it.
responding. Once again, we have the one emote for a reason.
I know, I just thought it was
me
your
hogging.
emote and you just misclick and you just go, whatever. They all
Have
get
you
it.
ever
hogging.
known me to do that? Do something wrong and then go,
Misclick.
No, not misclick. For me to go, whatever.
I don't know.
I'll misclick
Yeah.
and then have a fucking emotional breakdown. The fuck? Why is it beeping?
Save state. Save state.
Good point.
Yeah, and the other one being durability.
Oh god.
I don't know if you
That's another-
guys had that. I'm gonna
That's
say
another.
that,
That's another big one. To be fair, we should
yeah.
eventually talk about some of these big ones, but I don't know if today's
Yeah.
necessarily the best day to do it because Grand is exhausted.
I can bring up one Muhammad Ali, champion of the galaxy.
Okay.
all right.
Is this gonna be related to
If,
Mike Tyson punching out God?
Surprisingly, no.
Wow.
So back during the golden age of DC Comics, there were a lot of weird comics.
We want more monkeys.
More monkey.
Monkey.
Are you familiar with that?
No.
You're not familiar with that? Quick tangential story before you get onto Mike Tyson killing Jehovah. But there was a phenomenon where for some reason a study was conducted and a bunch of executive like marketers at like DC and Marvel determined that a big selling point at the time that people really wanted to see a lot more of like was monkeys. And so they
Is
made
that how we got Detective Chimp?
Yes. so they made like a long-standing like company-wide mandate for more monkeys. And so they like and there was apparently like an issue. Oh my god, please. No. Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. But
Oh, we're just right here though. We're good.
yeah, I did a save state, so it's fine. And now that I know how to do this, it'll be better. But yeah, there you go. Anyway, please continue with Mike Tyson killing Yahweh.
Muhammad Ali being champion. So anyways, during the golden age comics, like I said, a lot of weird comics. And so one of the things, or one of the storylines was a group of aliens coming to Earth and being like, we must find out who the strongest in the galaxy is. Send us your strongest champion.
It's Mike Tyson.
And Earth goes, no. Mike Tyson wasn't a fighter, I don't think. This was like in the 70s, 60s. I guess he would have been a fighter, but he wasn't known like Muhammad Ali. This was golden age. And so Earth goes,
We're not
no.
there yet.
So they go, okay, well, we have a bunch of missiles aimed directly at your planet that'll blow it up. How about now? And Earth
Blow
goes,
up the Earth.
I blow up the Earth. I blow up Malaysia. And so Earth goes, okay, I guess. And so obviously Superman, because this was a Superman comic, comes forward and is like, all right, let me fight your champion and we'll see who's the strongest in the galaxy, until he feels a hand clap his shoulder and spin him around. And it's Muhammad Ali going, hey, Superman, you're not Earth's greatest champion. You're Kryptonian.
You're Kryptonian. You're not from Earth.
You're not,
you immigrant.
You're not from Earth. I am the greatest champion. I'm Earth's greatest champion. And so they proceed to have a pre-match to the actual match with the aliens, where Superman and Muhammad Ali partake in a boxing match while Superman's under a red sun generator to make it fair.
Yeah.
Right. No powers. Fair enough.
Yeah, so he doesn't have powers. He's just a dude. And Muhammad Ali beats the shit out of him.
Well, of course.
Well, I mean, obviously, Superman without his superpowers is just man.
Yeah, and so Muhammad Ali wins and earns the title to fight as Earth's champion, where the aliens go, all right, here's our champion, and Muhammad Ali beats the shit out of him too, making Muhammad Ali the champion of the galaxy.
Now, does this have anything to do with the monkeys you brought up earlier?
Oh my god. Jesus.
Adrian
Christ.
You're the one who said it earlier, and I was like, what, does this tie in? Was that a dead end or what?
You're the one who's making the racist implications. I was just talking about that silly time where comics decided that monkeys were gonna be in.
Wait, Zach brought that up? I thought Grant did.
I don't know.
No.
There was someone said something about a monkey.
No one did.
No.
Let's roll back the tape.
Yeah.
You were like, because I was like, in the golden age of comics, a lot of weird shit happened, and
you said weird shit, yeah, and then I was like, hey, do you know about that thing with the monkey?
Oh, okay, sorry. I thought Grant brought up monkeys and then also Muhammad Ali right after that.
No.
Grant, why would you do that?
What the fuck? I did not.
You
Honor, I did
fucking
not.
fairy!
I did not.
I did not.
Yeah.
I did not either. I did not.
So,
Fun,
Grant,
but golden
this is
age
based off of a true story, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. This happened.
This is what Area 51 doesn't want you to know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, can we talk? I know no one here really. Well, actually, I guess Adrian kind of. Wait, what the hell? Oh, I thought I just killed him. I know Adrian kind of.
Yes.
I know that Adrian kind of cares
kind of an alien.
about. Adrian kind of cares about fighting games or whatever. But they announced the newest. They announced the like first extended. I don't think it's DLC. I think it's just like an update character for Guilty Gear Strive. Did you guys see this guy?
No.
Give me Grant, Grant, I sent it to you, but give me 1 second and let me show you.
Did you?
Yes, I did. But let me pull it up on this other screen here real quick. I should probably do this over here so I don't get Guilty Gear Strive ads. Strive new character. I think his name's like Gold something. Gold something.
Goldine.
I'm scrolling back in our DMs. I don't see anything.
Ah, I found him. Okay. He is Gold. His name is Gold Lewis.
Gold Lewis.
Gold Lewis.
Yeah,
right.
Gold Lewis. So I'm gonna send
One hell of a
you.
name.
I'm gonna send you this in on air. Check this out and tell me how you feel about this guy.
See the Terminator?
Just watch it.
Like fancy Terminator? Alright. Gold Lewis
Oh my god,
Dickinson.
he's huge.
He is a very large. He is a large man.
Oh, he's so wide.
Holy
Now
crap.
that's as the kids say, a heckin' chonker.
Oh my god.
That's oh god. Aliens.
Aliens? I don't know what you're talking about. Shut up.
Is
You're
this
under
what-
arrest.
Is this what Santa does when it is off holidays?
Yes. His face kind of looks like yours, Zach. Like when you're older.
Excuse me? Oh, his face.
Like he has the.
I thought you were calling. So okay, first off, I didn't hear the face part, and then after I responded, you at the same time were saying when you're older, and so I thought you were calling me fucking horribly fat. I was like, Grant.
Because he has the brushed back hair and he has I guess he has a mustache, but still.
You know what, Zach? I know that you have a big fondness for pompadours. Have you tried to style your hair like that in this quarantine times?
I don't know how to do that.
Just get hair gel.
I have literally. I think the last time I've used hair gel was when I was 8 years old.
Good.
Oh my god.
Do it again.
Do it again.
Do it again.
We didn't see. Do it
I
again.
see Carrie's on. Someone message her. Ask her if she wants to do the room part 4.
Right
Grant,
now?
Grant, do it. Well, not right now, just in general. Carrie, I see that she's on.
Ooh.
But yeah, I really like Gold Lewis. Apparently, the wider majority of his attack animations were based on John Goodman, the actor. Because he has a very similar body type.
Yeah.
And the backstory, as you probably got from the video, but the backstory behind Gold Lewis is that he's the director of Area 51 plus the ultra secret Area 51 Omega. And the weapon that he uses is a coffin with an alien life form in it. And the reason why he fights with it is that he was on his way to Area 51 Omega to like deliver it personally, and he just so happened to get interrupted by like the Guilty Gear like story. So now he's like stuck, and he's like, all right, I gotta whoop some ass. And apparently he is the person that the president goes to for like strategic advice. which I really enjoy. So I think this is I think we're doing Aghanim into Ganon, right?
Save state.
I just did.
Oh, okay. I was too busy messaging Carrie.
Why were you messaging Carrie?
Because you told me to.
Because you told me to. Oh, that's so good.
Speaking of Area 51 and aliens, another banter topic. They are here, Zach.
I don't really know there's a whole lot to talk about with this particular banter topic, but it was one of the...
Well, it is, when are we going to play it on stream?
I mean, maybe when it gets a full release.
When are you going to play it on stream?
Maybe when it... Okay, that's a better question.
Zach messaged me, gosh, this was several weeks ago.
All right.
Of like, hey, you want to play this? Because the Steam was doing the indie game festival, whatever.
It wasn't
called.
Indie Games, but yeah.
Or whatever.
It was just the Steam
festival.
Next Fest. It was just games that had like demos and stuff.
Yeah. And so he was like, yeah, I want to play this one, and want you to join me.
So I had already
you didn't
tried.
Tell me anything about it.
I did not tell you anything about it.
Whatever.
I did not tell you anything about it, and I'll have you continue in just a moment. But I do need to explain to kind of set a precedent. When I had messaged Grant, it was already the 4th time I had tried to play the game, and I couldn't because I was too scared.
Oh, all right.
I didn't know that.
Oh, it's Ganon. He's a big pig.
It's Ganon.
He's a big pig.
Big pig.
So we get in a call, and Zach starts streaming, and I'm like, oh, it's a horror game. And he goes, yeah. He's like, I've tried to play it, but I haven't gotten that far. Meaning I thought it was like hard or something, or like it was weird or whatnot. Ooh. And so we get up, and it's like a house in like a fucking
corn farm, yeah.
In a corn farm, and like you walk up to like the driveway is just rows of corn on either side of you,
and it plays a spooky sound effect.
And it plays a spooky sound effect, and it's all about, oh, this family, the wife went missing and the daughter just went missing, and you're like a journalist, I think. So
yeah, you're an investigative journalist, and the whole dealio. Well, in theory, the idea behind the game is that you know that like common trope of like an alien abduction will happen, but no one gets any good pictures. In theory, the logical conclusion to this game when it gets fully released is that you'll be playing as a journalist and you will have opportunities to take pictures, and like the final performance of the game, or your final performance of the game, will be determined by A, whether or not you survive, and B, the quality of the pictures that you take. And I think that's really clever.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Wasn't that Dead Rising?
I mean, that's zombies, but sure.
Journals. I've been in war. I covered Wars.
I covered Wars, you know.
He's covered Wars.
He's in
so
Tekken,
anyways,
by the way. The Capcom card game.
He's in Dead Rising 4 too. And he's in Marvel vs. Capcom.
They made
Infinite.
42 Dead Rising games?
And he's in the Discord server. Look, Zach, I added in last week.
He's right here. He's in stream.
He's
on
covered
stream.
Wars, you know.
Welcome, Frank West.
He's covered
Welcome,
wars.
Frank West. Tell
Good
us
old
about the
Frank.
wars you've covered.
Yeah.
Man, I can't
I was
believe
about to
that
post on my
just...
Frank West impression.
I can't believe that the innocuous comment of "I've covered wars, you know" became like synonymous with the character. I don't think he says it
That's
multiple.
all he said.
Right, but didn't he? But he only
He
said it like.
says it like such a dick way, though.
Anyway, Grant, sorry, I didn't mean to derail you. Would you like to continue talking about me being shit-pantsingly scared?
Oh boy.
No, I mean, it was fun because it was a little spooky game, and neither of us particularly enjoy horror games. So,
which is why
you know,
it was
we
so
get
much
in there.
funnier, and that's where I got the idea of doing like split control challenges one day, because I had
okay,
I had control of the mouse, and Grant had control of the keyboard, and like Grant would tell or maybe the other way around, because Grant would would be like
the keyboard.
Grant would be like, all right, Zach, we gotta walk towards the door, and I'm like, all right, just walk backwards.
You're not gonna go look at it.
So a bunch of spooky stuff happens, and Zach's still playing at this point, and the lights go out, and he just goes, Grant, and then I'm like, what? And it goes, stream has been paused. And it's like a couple seconds. He sends me a parsec link. And I'm like,
I forgot about that.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right. So then I start playing, and I'm going through, and I think I missed something spooky on the TV or whatever, because I was too busy looking around. And eventually something just went wrong where I couldn't use my mouse. Like every time I would try to move it would move it out of the application for some reason. And so it was like, all right, well, and by this time we didn't know, but we were almost basically done with the demo, and you just had to leave and go back to your car, basically. And so it was like, all right, Zach,
I'm just remembering the ending
mouse. Yeah, you got mouse, I got keyboard. So we're walking through this driveway where it's just rows of corns on the other side, and I'm like, don't look to the left, and Zach turns to the left, and there's like a tall thing running through it. It's like, whoa.
Wait, there was?
And I'm like, I don't like this. Yeah, you didn't see it?
No, I immediately closed my eyes.
Wow.
It's really strange, because I've played horror games before. I've even played horror games with you guys before, and normally it's not really that bad, but there's something about alien abductions that really scares me. And it's not like I'm saying that I think aliens in that way exist, but it's just like it feels real. And there
was something running.
Yeah, but anyway, sorry, keep going, Grant.
Tall, lanky man at the end.
Yes,
it was me.
It was Slender Man. It was Adrian.
It was a tall, lanky man.
It was Frank West from Dead Rising.
He's covered wars, you know.
He's covered wars.
So the ending of the game is you make it back to your car because you're like, shit, I guess I gotta get out of here. And a giant spaceship like flies up from underneath the trees that you couldn't see before, and it flies above you and just flashes a giant like red spotlight down on your car, and it's like, oh shit. And then at the very last second, you just see a fucking tall alien run towards your car, rip open the door, grab you, and then the game ends. And Zach fucking shrieked, and that scared me so much.
It was so scary. Like, it was really funny because, like, I know no one would have given a shit about, like, that game, so no one would have been Googling it. But, man, that would have been a great, like, 5-minute video.
Yeah, just you guys just freaking out. Yeah.
Well, because Grant was more or less totally fine. It was just me being like, Grant. Oh, that was it was so good. That was an interesting game. Fun. Like I says, I don't really know when it's going to be coming back at all, but or when it's going to be like full release, but I look forward to it when it does.
Yeah, Street.
I'm excited for when you play it during Halloween.
I do want to save that for Halloween. Oh, by the way, Lawrence, when's your birthday?
Well, I don't think he wants to say that on stream.
Yeah.
I mean, you can just say the month.
Lawrence, what's your social security number?
What's my mother's maiden's name? My month is on September.
September. Okay, so it's a wait. Oh, okay, so it's like a couple of months away. All right, because I like once again I don't expect you to be here for your birthday, but I do have a special thing planned for the week prior to you. Not the whole week, but like one of the days.
One of these days.
You don't get a full week.
Don't worry, Lawrence. It's gonna be great.
I don't know, because we were just on the topic of horror games.
No, it's not a horror game.
It's gonna be.
Well, it's not a horror game
Dark
for everybody
Souls
else.
3 Or Bloodborne or whatever.
Oh, it's gonna be full of
against
spiders,
Rom, the
isn't it?
vacuous spider.
No.
It's just
No, it's gonna be.
it's blood. Wait, I don't know if Grant just said this, but it's Bloodborne. But literally every character is replaced with Rom, the vacuous spider, including like the maiden that you spend your blood echoes at and stuff.
Oh God.
I think it'd be a very short stream. I'm gonna see the first.
It's really funny,
out.
and it's gonna be quite obvious in retrospect. Like if Lawrence was intrepid enough, he could probably just like Google and find the game that I have planned for him to play. But I did share it with both Janine and Saba, and both of them were immediately like, "This is perfect," and I was like, "I know."
Perfect
no.
against me.
Yes.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, it's gonna be so good. All right, so Saba, to give you a quick status update. So we beat Aghanim in Ganon's Tower. I think we're supposed to be moving on to like the final boss. Like if I wanted to, I could just drop down the top of the pyramid right now and go do it. But I was hoping to find some fairies first so I can bottle them up. Just so that way I can, you know, cheese the boss. I'm assuming it's gonna be hard. Oh, cool, I'm on a... You couldn't just delete the grass. That's fine.
No.
Tiramisu
You're
cake
not
is
allowed
bomb.
to be there.
It is bomb.
Excuse me, sir. Why won't you die?
I constantly get tiramisu and taro confused all the time.
Tiramisu and taro?
Yeah.
Taro is a cards.
T-A-R-O.
Yeah.
No, T-A-R-O.
Oh,
cards.
like the root.
The root, yes, it's like a purple root.
No, Root is a board game.
Okay. Gross.
I don't want to who's on first this. Which, by the way, I watched that for the first time a couple weeks ago. It's fantastic.
Who's on first?
Oh,
It's
you
really
never seen
good.
It's great. It's so good.
David and Costello are some of my favorite comedians.
They're
I fucking love them.
very talented. But do you want to know something that's really interesting? You know that
Sure.
gold record that they like launched into space with the express intent of like if aliens discover it, this is what part of human culture we want them to know about.
Is that on there?
Based on the thing that I looked up, Who's on First is on there. As a basic example of like humor in our culture.
That's super cool.
And I'm like, yeah, that
Pretty
fits.
humorous.
Bring us Abbott and Costello. Well, they've been dead for a long time. What is death? Bring them to me now or be vaporized.
I want them.
We vaporize people, but they don't die. They just become vapor.
Yeah, they just become vaporized.
Easy.
Yeah.
All right,
Easy
I'm
peasy.
gonna grab another potion in here. IDK, what else is happening in the rest of the day? But I know I still got to pack for the trip. Oh yeah, because Saba's doing Dublin.
Ireland.
Ireland. You got your passport ready? The answer is no. Saba is going to be flying illegally on a cargo plane.
What is this? What is this? Uncharted?
What is this, my Carly?
Is that a thing that they did in iCarly?
They had a special called I Go to Japan, and it was incredibly racist.
Wait, really?
Wait, really?
Yes.
I don't remember what
Yeah.
I don't remember that at
They
all.
had a
Now I
special
remember
called
that.
I Go to Japan where Spencer like cheaps out and they end up flying on a cargo plane full of fucking raccoons or some shit, and they're given a bucket to pee and poop in during the flight, and then they literally have to skydive with parachutes off, which is incredibly illegal, obviously. But then the point is they're going to like a web ceremony where it's held in Japan, and some other competitors offer to serve as tour guides, and then they try to basically ditch them, like illegally kidnap them under the guise of being tour guides, and then ditch them in rural Japan so that they don't show up and are disqualified by default.
Oh my.
Yeah.
And they also ended up speaking really incredibly broken Japanese because they couldn't bother hiring a proper translator. Because and also the actors are not even like Japanese, or one of them is like Japanese but like second generation or whatever, and like doesn't really speak the language, and the other one is like fully not even Japanese. But yeah, it was
I didn't know
also
that
it was full of not good stereotypes, and Dan Schneider, it's not his best showing. But then again,
And
what
the
really
man
is?
Schneider.
All right. We're back.
Bring me a good showing of Dan Schneider, and I'll show you a liar.
It shows you a picture of a foot.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
All right. We are going to fight Ganon. I don't have any fairies, so it's not automatic
Fantastic.
healing, but I do have 4 potions, 3 red and 1 blue. So let's fight Ganon.
So what you're saying is you're going to execute him as soon as it
Hopefully.
starts.
I never imagined a boy. I never imagined a boy. That's Ganon's voice,
I
apparently.
never imagined a boy.
I never imagined a
All
boy.
things I don't imagine.
What is this? You're not a pig, man.
What is a boy?
What is a
What is
boy,
a boy?
but a not pig?
What is a
Ah.
Is this
Face
what I'm
my
supposed to be
fork.
doing? Is there anything else I'm supposed to be doing, or can I just keep doing this?
what is a boy?
What is a boy, but a not pig?
What is man?
What is love?
Baby, don't hurt me.
Link, what is love? Baby, don't hurt me.
No
Please.
more.
Ow! You hurt me.
Why would you
Ow,
do
that
that?
sword.
What a dick thing to do.
Bro, I am
you're an
just
asshole.
trying to conquer Hyrule.
It's my destiny. You can't say that it's not. Oh
I just
God.
wanted the special tiramisu cake.
I just want a special tiramisu cake.
I
You're
want
doing well,
taro
lad.
tea.
Can you break through this
secret
secret technique of darkness? I don't know. Is there? It's
Can you?
what?
I...
The secret technique of darkness. He killed you.
Wow, it
Bro.
killed me in like 2 seconds. Whatever it was.
How did he do
And
that?
Saba, I already
Oh,
saved
super
the game,
secret
obviously.
strat. My
alter
secret technique.
ego.
Gun.
Gun. Face my Hyrulean gun.
I know that the man, I really look forward to Pokemon Gun. It's the second best thing after Pokemon Z that we never got. Oh, Scoozy.
The secret technique, the death screen.
it just shows you a game over screen and gives you the option to quit, but it's not
Yeah.
real.
It's gonna be like Undertale all over again.
That should be a full heal, right? Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you mind, you fat? Look, fat. Listen, fat. I only thought about it like seconds afterwards.
The Legend of Joe Biden.
It's a trigger word. It's
The
a
Legend of Joe Biden.
Legend of Joe Biden.
Did you guys see that post on r/Lord of the Ring memes where they have so many like mod approved bots on that Reddit where the idea is like one of them is I wonder what the secret technique is.
What's the secret technique?
Well, because he's invisible until I light these, I think.
No. Impossible.
No.
But yeah,
shadows.
so
Yeah,
so
go
they
ahead.
have a bot for like every character in the Lord of the Rings franchise, and each one of them,
That is cool.
whenever their
Oh.
name is mentioned, it'll bring up a random quote. But they they enabled the ability for bots to detect the messages of other bots. So now there's like an epidemic where if anybody mentions any character's name, it'll just start this like random chain. And somebody did the math where it's
Potion.
like, oh shit,
Potion.
hello? What the fuck?
Oh.
What?
I didn't know that had happened. You just yell at the bottom, I'm coming back!
This isn't over, you pig fuck.
Well, I mean, I might as well just load, I guess, right?
I guess.
Yeah.
Also, I gotta get going.
Okay,
I won't make it for the end, I'm sorry.
How dare you?
Goodbye, everyone.
Later.
Bye, Grant.
Gooby.
Oh. But I have seen what you were talking about. It's real funny, I gotta say.
It's real good.
Yeah.
So someone did the math, and like obviously not every quote from every bot includes another character's name, but when
Right.
any bot gets called, apparently there's like a 65% chance that it will trigger another bot. Cool, I'm already dead. That was
Wow.
quick.
That seems really high.
Well, exactly. That's what I'm saying. When it's like an actual problem that the mods are deciding whether or not they should like keep or not, because it's really funny for now, but it is like absolutely like inundating the Reddit with just nonsense because it's all bots just reciting Lord of the Rings quotes at
Yeah.
each other.
I was gonna say, has there been a problem of people just like making posts that are solely just a bunch of names
Yes.
all together?
Yes.
That's how I found out at first. Because
Wow.
I saw a title was like, I'm not here to say anything interesting. I'm just gonna say this. Saruman. And then Saruman box was like, if I go, Theoden is gonna die. And then Theoden comes in and is like, no, Gandalf save me. And then Gandalf comes in like, yeah, it keeps going.
Nice.
Oh, it's really funny, but yeah, I can imagine how it can get real annoying after
Real
like
annoying.
after like 24 hours.
So for right now, it's a pretty humorous thing, but yeah,
Yeah.
they will change it.
No, that makes sense.
Can I talk about some really boring inside baseball stuff about Team Fight Tactics, the League of Legends auto chess knockoff?
Okay.
Sure. And they en passant.
Not really.
So what you're saying is they have to be bricked.
Lawrence, please. You're not even speaking English. You're speaking some weird approximation of French, I think.
Real
But the
approximate- French
what the
Italian.
fuck?
Ooh, wait.
It's not fair. It just great, cool. All right,
Man,
do it
imagine if
again.
we don't have that save state. Gotta go back and forth.
I know. Imagine if you were a child, and we're playing this game legit, right?
But it's Ganon.
It's the final boss. It's supposed to be hard. God, I really
Yeah,
hope it
this
doesn't
is
take an hour to beat
reasonable.
this guy. Anyway, so the basic over under, to not get too specific into detail, I wanted to share was that the auto chess. One of the reasons why auto chess is so like remains to be popular enough to like maintain its existence is because of the system of it's basically like set building where like units will have two different like tags essentially. Like they'll have their primary and secondary tag, and if you have enough characters with the same primary tag, you'll get like a bonus, and same secondary tag, you'll get like a different bonus, for example. So like tanks, if you have a lot of tanks, you'll get like more health and more armor or whatever, right? This is actually kind of a neat fight if it wasn't so frustrating. I'm just realizing that he's presently setting up the whole knock you out of the stage bit, which is pretty neat actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that was like the thing that he was doing. Will you fucking stop? Thank you, Jesus. So anyway, they have a thing in the most recent season of the League of Legends auto chess which is Radiant. It's like a story based thing that they're doing, and the new like gimmick that they're going with is the idea that on certain rounds you will get a radiant boon. It's basically just supposed to be like a divine blessing sort of thing, and you can cash it in either in the form of an item or the form of like a what is called an emblem. So an emblem is basically a fake item that will give somebody an additional primary or secondary. Did that work? I guess it did. A new primary or secondary like tag. The problem, and the reason why I bring this up and why I'm basically just complaining to the ether at the moment, is that they balanced it really weird, where the emblems are incredibly powerful, and the divine like blessed items, they're strong, sure, like they're neat, but they're not like as powerful as just getting a new emblem, because the things that the emblems allow you to do is they allow you to completely break some characters' like inherent balances that they have. So for example, there's a character in the game right now who does more damage the lower his health is, but come on. Oh, I fucking missed. He does more damage the lower his health is, but he attacks very slowly. Unless you just so happen to get the emblem that allows him to take advantage of the attack speed boost of a different primary tag, and suddenly he just one-shots everything in the game and you just win.
Oof.
And it's one of those things that's really interesting because I guess what I'm getting at is that I wonder if they do this sort of thing on purpose on occasion, just so that way people will be interested in the season immediately, and then, you know, like they'll stick around for a while because they'll win for some bullshit reasons, and then they like balance it later. Now, obviously, that's like literal conspiracy shit, but it still feels correct.
I feel like that type of conspiracy happens a lot with many other games or many competitive games.
The thing is that you can never prove it, right? And that's like the main, and that's like the main reason why fanboys always defend, you know, competitive companies for, you know, whatever they're doing, because it's like, oh well, you really think that they would put the effort into doing that? And I'm like, yeah. They make a lot of money by having people play this game and buy the cosmetics, so yes, I do think that they do this,
and it clearly works,
right? Because people will stick around, they'll buy a skin for the new OP champion, and then the champion gets balanced into something that's more fair, and it's like, who cares? I already made my money.
Yeah.
But yeah,
they already got the money, they're already hooked to the game.
Did you not die? Excuse me, sir, can you die? Lawrence?
Oh!
No!
Kill me! No!
Fuck.
No!
He's dead.
You got him.
I did. I finally succeeded where many others have failed.
Many others. Lawrence's infamous menagerie of enemies.
Yeah.
I like the word menagerie. It's a good word.
Menage a trois.
Menage a trois.
That's a different thing.
Oh yeah.
Fucking shit.
Oof.
Ring out.
It's not even like I walk into it. It's just sometimes the game decides when I hit him, it's gonna knock me like the other direction instead.
Just stop getting ring out.
Wow. I believe.
Well, I mean, it would help if we just proposed a different banter topic instead.
All right.
What's the banter topic? I know there's a lot from me in there, so it's going to be a lot of me talking while playing a game.
There's nothing else from either me or Adrian, it seems.
There's nothing from Grant in there? I know he's not here, but I thought Grant had some stuff.
He wanted to talk about Inside. Now I don't know if that means the video game Inside or Bo Burnham special Inside.
Oh, I think it would have been the Bo Burnham special because he talked to me because me and him talked about it the other day.
No, yeah. Have you watched it?
No, I was advised by Grant to specifically not watch it because it'd make me want to kill myself.
Oh yeah, huh? Specifically you, not you shouldn't watch it. Adrian, have you seen it?
I haven't watched it, but I have listened to the Spotify soundtrack of it.
The soundtrack. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Is that just all the music, or is that?
It's all the
does it
music.
have, like, all
It doesn't
Ah,
have any
okay.
of the non-music stuff, so I don't know what's in there.
Well, it is mostly music stuff, so I think you get the gist.
I feel like I do. I
Yeah.
definitely agree with everyone on the thought that Welcome to the Internet is a fucking. It slaps as hard
It
as hell.
slaps.
It slaps very hard.
Man,
It slaps so hard it should be tried in domestic court.
dude, I want those glasses that he has. Those fucking snake oil salesman glasses.
Nice. Yeah, I think it's good.
It's depressing.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, because like when me and my friends were talking about it, I heard one person describe it as the funniest psychological horror that they. Oh,
Sorry.
yeah, the funniest psychological horror that they have ever seen. And I gotta say, that's a very accurate description. Yeah, I guess we can talk more about it once.
One Grant's here. Someone who's actually
Grant is
watched
here.
it. So
Yeah.
you could have more than a one-sided conversation.
I mean, I don't know. It definitely was. For me, it didn't feel like a big revelation of like, oh, this is like. It felt like, yeah, this is pretty accurate, but it just kind of is saying the state of things.
yeah, and
I feel
think
like I
that's
was
the
pretty aware of
point.
this stuff, but
Well,
it's not
like that idea in general ties into something that I've said many times, where it's like I remember Sabo kind of yelled at me for saying this before, but it's like I like acknowledgement is nice, but I also feel like it's not very helpful.
Yeah,
it's definitely. I guess I would say the biggest compliment is that it puts into words what everyone's thinking very concisely and effectively. I feel like I feel
Yeah.
like it's a lot
That's
of
worth
things that
something.
people have been feeling generally, and then this is like, oh, it's put into like very catchy, beautiful
catchy
song
songs.
lyrics. Yeah.
Welcome to the internet. Very catchy, yet very.
Have you
Very
seen the family?
thought-provoking,
Have you
sad.
seen the Jules cover of it?
I have not.
There's this guy that made a metal cover and had his own version. It's pretty good.
Metal cover. Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sending a link to that.
Sure. Hang on.
All right. Just stop talking to me.
He had his own verse at the end about his personal experience with the internet, being a musician online and YouTube and stuff, as well as some of his experience with some friends.
No, so he had his own thing.
Correct. He had his own little touch to it. A little je ne sais quoi.
I don't remember. Adrian, was the gold sword necessary, or did we just get it because we could?
The Master Sword is the only one that's required, I'm pretty sure.
Wow, could you imagine this fight with 1/4 the damage?
Could you imagine this fight in the Green Tunic?
Oh
Can
my
you imagine this
god!
fight?
I didn't notice that my health was really
How
low.
fast can you do this fight? Can you just like not grab any items and just go straight for it?
No, you have to get all of the what you calls it, the amulets to get this unlocked.
Ah.
You have to get all 3 amulets and then all 7 crystals, and then you need to beat the Tower of Ganon, and then you need to come here. So you could probably do it a lot faster than we did, but I don't know if you could do it that fast without like glitching it or whatever,
Yeah. Or without dying.
or
But I
sequence
guess
break.
that's what speedrunners do anyways.
They die
They
like the-
die.
like the dogs that they are.
Oh no. Yeah.
Anyway, banter topic.
Yeah. The no deer is still marked.
The not deer.
The not
We
deer.
can-
Oh yeah, because you misspelled it.
I actually saw an awareness post about that and how, like, hey, if you see a fucked up deer, it's probably not just probably a deer that you need climate control over, because that's usually a disease that ravages their horns and makes them go insane.
Well, I mean, yeah,
Sure, yeah.
but a not deer
Then-
is still really cool to think about.
Not deer is very scary to think about.
I think it's cool as shit.
Oh, yeah, it's
I
terrifying
would
as well.
like once again, obviously, like really don't want to die. But if I had to die, I would either want to die doing something incredibly heroic that saves like a lot of people's lives, or to like a not deer. Because like what was I supposed to do? Like that's not my fault.
Yeah. You're too. You're thinking so much. It's like, wait a second. This deer looks kind of funny. Oh shit.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Time
oh,
to die.
all right, well.
The idea that you like succeeded on a perception check and that killed you.
That's a really interesting D&D monster, actually.
That's just sirens. That's just harpies and sirens.
Yeah, but it's a deer.
Eh.
Harpies and sirens are boring as shit, just like every other D&D monster.
They got too
Name
many
one D&D
boobs.
monster that's cool.
Harpies and sirens got too many boobs. I want a thing that doesn't have any boobs and has big horns.
Like a deer.
Yeah, like a deer.
Name one D&D monster that's worth a damn.
Mimic.
That's not even a D&D monster. That's just like a general like fantasy monster. I don't even like. I'm pretty sure D&D didn't.
Wait, then harpies and sirens are D&D monsters? The ones that more famously come from an established mythos than mimics do?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Fantastic. How do you feel about slimes? I know you were talking about slimes.
Who? Me or
Zach.
Adrian?
Oh, Zach.
I fucking love slimes. I think slimes are
Yeah.
great. It probably comes from me really liking epic battle fantasy, like all 6 of them. But
Oh yeah, I never finished that game.
I really enjoy the idea. You've seen it several times, Lawrence, just because of the stuff that I work on. But I really like the creative motif of just taking thing and then adding like some sort of descriptor or adjective to the beginning of it to like help differentiate it. So like a fire slime, an ice slime, a mud slime, a tar slime, stuff like that.
A slime.
A slimy slime.
The classic RPG recolors.
Yeah, but they have like different effects, and that's cool. Like Adrian, you had the what was the thing you asked a while ago? Like, hey, can you help suggest? That's not fair. And Saba, don't smack talk Gavik Oozler. I still remember his name because it's a sick name.
No, wait. Saba, you didn't say his name, did you?
She did not. She just said his
she did not.
character. I just want someone to say Gavik Oozler.
No.
It's fun to say.
Name magic is powerful. I can't let you have that.
Yeah, but I remember it was just me, Saba, and Adrian was like working on a D&D thing, and he was like, "Hey, can you guys make a suggestion for like a monster that might appear in like an Arctic environment?" And the first thing I said was like an ice slime, and Adrian thought that I meant like a small like ice slime, like it'd be like really tiny or whatever. But nah, I meant like a giant block of really cold ice that just like. Or a really cold slime that just like slides in perpendicular directions in like the cardinal directions around the room, trying to crush people against walls. I love slimes,
It
dude.
only inhabits areas with like steep cliff faces and natural walls and
No,
stuff.
it
or
self-propels.
dungeons.
No, it self-propels itself because it's a slime.
Well, no, it needs something to crush. I guess it could live in like forested taigas, but it would need stuff to crush things against.
Lives in a dungeon, right? Like most slimes. I guess I'm thinking of the dungeon meshy type thing where
yeah.
dungeon is a biome and not a building.
Exactly. Dungeon meshy is unfortunately the exception, not the rule for lore and stuff.
But it should be the rule because it's
It
fucking
should be. It's
sick.
fantastic. Yeah.
I should really see if they have any more chapters on Manga Dex.
Maybe. They uploaded a new world bible for Kabru and his gang.
Ooh,
Yeah.
A word Bible.
world.
They
Bible.
added They made a side group of books that are basically like little pockets of info, recapping the story partially, but also giving you some fun background lore and like a little bit of game stats for if the mission was actually a video game of like every character, or like not every, but like the important characters, or even some side characters too. Actually, a lot of side characters.
And it seems relevant to me because the stuff I like most about Dungeon Meshi is the world building. So
I haven't read the Cabru stuff yet, but I have read all the stuff before that. Apparently, Laius, on a scale of 1 to 5 internally, has a strength of 4, and Senshi has a 5. Which makes sense. And then, apparently, if I remember correctly, I think Farlan also has Farlan either has a 3 or a 4. Which means that she's ripped. Like,
she ripped as shit, dude.
She's ripped. I guess it comes from being a tall person.
Which I don't like. When they did the translation, it's like, yeah, they're not called humans; they're called tall men.
Right.
Where they corrected it. It was a little like, it's not weird in the sense of like I think it's cringe. It's just weird in the sense that I have read so many chapters calling them humans, and now that they're being referred to as tall men, I'm like, it's gonna take me a second to like adjust.
Yeah.
Die.
Tall man.
Oh, you can hit him during that. Oh. Okay, not like that though. Makes sense.
Does the magic arrows help at all?
I don't know,
You
man.
tried using
I don't
those?
have. He moves too quickly for me to test. I'm gonna take
The
a
man
potion
be
right now.
big, but you do slide real fast.
Nope. Wait. Sorry. I need the lantern, or the lamp rather. Boom. He's gonna go up, and he's gonna come down. Stop him.
Go
And I'm
turn
gonna stab
around.
him. Die. Are you shitting me? Fuck this game.
Oof.
It's fine. Whatever. It's a video game. A fun video game.
Classic. Everyone
Fun
loves this
game.
game.
This game's great! It's one of
This
the
game's
best
for
Zelda
kids.
games. It's fucking
Yeah.
perfect. No problems.
You don't want to be an Ego Raptor, do you?
Well, Aaron just fucking shits ass at video games anyway. I'm like half good.
I was referring to the fact that he hated Ocarina of Time, but I forgot that he actually loves Link to the Past.
So his opinions are even shit.
Did you like Ocarina of Time,
I
Zach?
haven't played it.
Is
I'll
there
add
a
it to the
reason,
list.
or-
No, it's just Zelda is one of those series that just completely passed me by.
Fair enough. I had the GameCube port, which is basically just the N64 port, but you know, on GameCube. But the reason that I didn't finish it for a very long time until I got a 3DS port was because the graphics were so bad that they were scary to me. Everything looked really creepy and dark, and I did not like that. And then the 3DS port came out, and I was much older at the same time, and everything didn't look horrible and garbagey and like a creepypasta. So then I played
And then
it
you
through
played
and it was
Majora's
okay.
Mask.
I did not play Majora's Mask, actually.
Oh, I heard Majora's Mask was pretty good.
I probably, but the concept of like a timer stresses me out, even if you can like loop whatever. I don't want
So
to imagine
Animal Crossing
being caught
doesn't
in
do
that.
well with you?
Well, Animal Crossing isn't timed. You just...
I know, I'm just kidding. It has a clock
Yeah.
in it, but it's not timed, you're right.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Dude, I literally can't even see you because you're not being rendered fast enough. Are you shitting me?
It's like Animal Crossing doesn't have a timer. Oh, you didn't know about that?
Yeah, you didn't know.
Oh.
Yeah, you didn't know about the timer where your character. You see? Did you just fucking see that? Did you see
I
how
saw you
far
walking
the?
backwards there.
That wasn't me walking. That was the game knocking me back, quote unquote, despite it being 6 times further than I normally get knocked back. God, fuck this game. It sucks. Send a clip to Grant.
Alright,
Send a clip
Saba,
to, so send a
get
clip to
over
Grant
that
so he
Switch
knows
already.
since he knows so he knows that this game fucking sucks.
I see Saba's 3 phases of yikes. You got yikes, guys, and finally yikes.
Saba, you're a writer.
That doesn't mean she can spell.
It should.
Ow. All right, you said silver arrows in the first game. I know that in the Legend of Zelda, I know that the silver arrows were useful. Yeah, look, it doesn't even do anything. Cool, great, fantastic.
I mean, it's a thing in like all the games that you can get bows and Ganon in, where you're like, oh, you must use the magical arrows on Ganon.
Not
like
this
it's in Breath of the
one.
Wild. Yeah, I guess not. Do you have the Book of Korodai or whatever it's called from Faces of Evil?
No, Lawrence, banter topic.
Yes. All right. Abs, cleavage of men.
Okay, yeah. So I wanted to bring this up. This is loosely related to another League of Legends thing, but
I didn't expect it to be League of Legends, but yeah, keep going.
well, because okay, so there was a thing for a really long time during like seasons 1 through 4 of League of Legends, where if they released a female champion, she had big tits and was showing off a lot of cleavage, right? Because they were trying to sell the game and build up its popularity and stuff. And guess what? It worked really well. Eventually they started changing up their designs, and now we have people like Jinx and Callista and Alawi and stuff like that. We have a lot more like body types, which is very good, and it's very good to see. But
I love to see it.
You love to see it. I mean, I know I do. But that's not fair. That's not how the fucking knockback has worked the entire game. It's like a fucking vacuum.
Bullshit.
But he's Ganon. He should have his own Ganon.
Dude, I have like, my head's like spinning. I'm so upset.
Oh no.
All right. Anyway, so in recent times, League of Legends has kind of so they fixed the issue, right? And people were really satisfied with a lot of designs for a really long time. And then nowadays, it seems like they've kind of gone really far in the other direction, where every single male champion that they release is like your stereotypical like hunky dude.
Oh boy.
Like you know what? I'm gonna straight up pause the game real quick just to like pull up some images.
Oh, like 17 characters. Like, all right, shirtless, abs, pecs.
Let me see. Let me just go to champions. No. I want champions by day, so I want to go to the fandom. So, dude, just give me a list of champions. Thank you. Jesus Christ. Release date. Release date down. There you go. All right, so we have Ashkan, Viego, Rel, Seraphine, Samira. These are all great. We have Yone. We have Set. We have Aphelios. We have Silas. All right, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 male champions in a row that all essentially more or less have the same body type. So this one is Ashkan. He was released like just last week or whatever.
Last week? Oh my, that's very recent.
Yeah, so that's Ashkan. I think I can get. Oh yeah, here you go. This is his. That's his like splash art.
Okay.
Up next is Viego, who we've had conversations about in the past. And Viego is particularly controversial because he is a very important character that's been hinted at in the lore for a really long time, but yet he looks like he belongs in a boy band.
Ah, yeah, boy band Viego. I remember that conversation.
Yep. We then come to Yone, another lore character that people were really hyped about. And once again, design's really cool, but more or less the same body type. We then have Set. Set is a little different because he is definitely a slightly different body type, but you can definitely see that he appeals to the same demographic.
Sure, yeah.
We then have Aphelios, who is who is an interesting character.
Okay,
fully clothed this time, so that's nice. But then we have Silas, who looks like this.
Oh yeah, more shirtless.
Yep, and it's one of those things where it's like, it's not necessarily a bad thing, because obviously, like, this is a body type that does exist in real life, but when it's 6 champions in a row with next to no variance in between, aside from like Aphelios being more of a twink and Set being a lot more like manly, it is weird. And so the topic was proposed. This was like a while back when I initially had this conversation, I think with Grant and Saba, but obviously with the equivalency that I brought up just moments ago, I wonder if like abs and biceps are like the male equivalent of cleavage when it comes to marketing.
Yes.
You just say, all right, very clear yes from Lawrence.
that was gonna be like my short answer for the question. Like, yeah, I can't imagine anyone arguing it not being the case. I would agree. So, thanks, Saba.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's appealing to. I don't know what you would call it.
It's appealing to like a
physique.
it's appealing to like a basic demographic, I guess, is like how I would describe it, where it's just like, I don't know, like because another champion that people used to think was super hot was Graves, because he has a lot of daddy energy going on or whatever. Like a lot. I remember Terrence used to describe him as Papa Bear, which that's that's a phrase that I will not be explaining. I'm sure most people can figure that out for themselves. But
right.
I don't know. And it's not like, once again, it's not like I necessarily have a problem with these characters specifically. It's just, it's more frustrating that it seems like it's the
default male look.
The default male look that they've been going for a while. Like a long while. Like the last champion that wasn't of this like particular body type was Pyke, who was released 3 years ago.
Pyke, how do you spell that?
Pyke.
Oh, okay, got it. Just because I want to see the different body types.
Oh, I mean, if you want to see some like different body types that they used to have, look up like Pyke, look up Gragas, look up Garen, look up like just look at their.
Don't have the same like sort of body. I mean, she's wearing like a coat, yeah.
His silhouette is different, I guess, and like the
okay.
and like the and I guess it's not just the artistic representation of him. Like Pyke is specifically supposed to like resemble and act like a monster. Like he's supposed to be like a spooky, scary, like I'm gonna stab you in under the water type person. Mm-hmm. Whereas all of these other people are just like, I'm a badass. I am the male lead in a female romance comedy. You know?
Especially
I'm the guy that's on the cover of those romance novels that your mom buys.
Exactly. I'm glad that Adrian was able to say it a little bit better than I was. But yeah, that's like the thing. And also, Saba, I can't read that while I'm doing the thing. Someone else is gonna have to read Saba's stuff.
She says, I would agree, so lol. Muscles in general, I think, I guess pertaining to like what's appealing, which is muscles. Also, just a good looking face as well. Yeah, chiseled chin, mostly clean shaven. There's like two of them with like some
scruff,
with a beard, with a scruff. Yeah.
Like I don't like I feel like the major thing that makes this feel like a problem to me is Viego, just because like I've been playing League of Legends on and off for like 7 years at this point, and it's baffling to me because it's like for the entire 7 years that I've been playing the game, the Ruined King was like an impossibly important like part of the lore, and then when they release him, he is like shirtless and like I don't know, it feels like he should be like a ghost king or something, like a ghost warlord king sort of thing. But then again, I guess we already have Mordekaiser, so that's something different. But I don't know. It's just one of those things where it's like, and this isn't even just me. There's like a lot of people on like the League of Legends subreddit that have brought this up before, where it's like, well, is this not literally the same thing that they did for the female champions?
Yeah, I was about to ask, like, do they not do this with females anymore?
Not really. Like, they'll still release like hot champions, you know, like that's fine. Right. But like they'll still vary it up like more often than not. Like
give me an example?
one of the more controversial champions to be released recently was Seraphine, and Seraphine has the body type of just like a teenage girl.
Right, because she is like an influencer or something.
Yeah, she's like an in-universe influencer, which is fucking baffling.
But that's a whole other topic, which we already
did, yeah. Also, just a bad character. I agree. Both in design and in lore, Seraphine is very lazy. They clearly designed her just to sell an ultimate skin to tie in with the KDA stuff, and they should have known better, but they obviously did not.
Can you give me another female with a very different body type?
I mean, I can probably go back and forth between like stereotypical hot woman to like different body type. I already mentioned a few of them. I mentioned like Jinx and Callista, for example. But then like stereotypical hot body would be like Leona.
What's her face?
Sorry, Leona or Sona or Misfortune.
That's what I was saying. Yeah.
Yeah. Misfortune is probably the most egregious because to the point where they've actually like changed her design multiple times. I remember that was like a really big thread for a while on the Reddit where people were keeping track of every time that they inadvertently redesigned Misfortune's design. Every time they did it, they reduced her cup size by 2 cups. And people weren't exactly upset by it, but they were keeping track of it because gamers are perverts. But it was gamers will be gamers, and unfortunately you can't really change that because that's just society. Gamer.
We live in a sus.
They live in a sus.
When the gamer is sus.
Oh, and the other thing that Saba said was, but I mean, even with muscles, you can have more lean characters versus more buff. But I guess some
which you
kind of
get with Aphelios. Like Aphelios is more twink than the other characters, but he does have one skin in the mobile version of League of Legends Wild Frontier, I think is what it's called or whatever. He has one skin on there where he's just like it's just him with abs again, because once again it's like abs is the cleavage of males, I guess.
Yeah.
Abs is king.
Abs is king.
It's weird that that's the equivalent when in the modern diaspora, muscly women are also becoming more of a thing, and women can have abs too, but it's different.
Well, because that was something that Riot inadvertently awoke a new attraction in so many people when they released the new Akali rework.
Oh, isn't that like where? Because I remember we talked about this. Like, doesn't it just show the? Yeah, it just shows the back.
It's her from the back, and whoever like made this art spent a lot of time making sure that her musculature was accurate. And a lot of people were like, "Holy shit! I have never been attracted to somebody's back muscles before." And it was like, that's really funny.
Whoever the artist is, you have awakened something in the community.
They have brought me and those sweaty League of Legends gamers one step closer.
Yeah. Wait a second, Saba. There are 2 types of abs on women? There's the traditional square grid. But also the ones that look like the 2 lines. Now I'm just imagining like
I don't qualify the second descriptor as abs. I had to qualify it as someone being lean.
I'm about to say that would be somebody being lean. To quote Rick and Morty, is she referring to the cum gutters?
No, the cum gutters were a little lower than I
understood
what Saba's trying to describe.
Understood.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say it because that was a moment.
That's my favorite word.
It's not my favorite word, but that was my favorite joke from 2 seasons ago, because it was just like, oh my god. You can't just say that. But it's true, because I don't know what the real word for like that part of the body is.
Lawrence, you took anatomy with me, or not anatomy?
There was a word for it, and I remember we talked about it.
It should become public knowledge. Like someone should tell people, because people refer to that part of the body quite a bit nowadays without the knowledge of what it's actually called, including myself.
It's like the obliques.
Obliques, thank you.
That is not.
Wait,
I thought oblique was the. I thought it was like a leg muscle.
No.
No. Okay. Well. Hey, remember when we started the fight at the top of the hour, and I was like, man, I really hope that this doesn't take an hour to beat?
Well,
Nice.
you are right. It has not taken an hour to beat. You know.
It's taken 40 minutes so far, and I don't know. For all I know, there might be fucking 3 more phases after what I've done.
And then another boss rush.
And then another boss rush. I wonder if there might be a problem, because I am technically running the game at a higher frame rate than it would normally be run at on an SNES. I was doing it for like I was doing it for like video quality purposes, but I'm thinking about it now, and I'm wondering if like they do actually have like a knockback calculation that's exclusive to this fight that does pull you towards the holes, but because the frame rate is so high, it's being activated 3 times as much.
That sounds like some brainy shit, dude.
That sounds like some copium, to be fair, but
That smells like copium.
well, yeah, I don't know.
I
don't know.
gotta have a name for these muscles, Saba. We can't just call them the 2 lions. Well,
I mean,
you can just call them two
didn't
lions.
Adrian just say the obliques?
No, that was to describe the cum gutters.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I can't just say obliques again, because that would just
Yeah,
be
that's a good point.
repetitive.
But it's just funny.
So,
It's a
so
funny
you
because
got
it's
me
so
back into a corner.
it's so vile. Just the phrase is the thing, and it just catches me off guard every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
The 11 muscle.
The 11 muscles because of the 2 lines.
Also, that's not 2 lines. That's like 3 lines, right? Because she has one down the middle.
Well, yeah, because
Like, doesn't that just
thing
look
in
like the
middle.
abs, but without the horizontal line?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? That's like all it is, right?
Yeah. But it's not quite square grid, as Saba put it.
It's the verts
You
without the
don't have-
horse. Never mind.
You don't have the
I didn't say that.
chessboard on your stomach.
You don't have a chessboard on your stomach.
Yeah. Like a 8x8 grid.
Washboard abs, as some might say.
Washboard. Yeah, yeah.
Where that comes from. All right, I'm gonna fucking explode. If I don't beat this
no.
today, I am not only never gonna play this again, I am also going to delete this from my computer forever.
Uh-oh.
I'm also going to delete this from every single computer and cartridge in history.
I would love to. I would love to design like an invasive worm program and just like attach it to some innocuous file that people would just download without thinking and just propagate over the entire internet to make sure that all Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past ROM emulators just fucking crash your computer. Just brick it.
Just kaboom.
Oh, I thought you were just going to have it uninstall all things and destroy evidence. But no, you want to be malicious about it.
I want people to not know that I was the one that created the worm and just associate this horrible event with this horrible game.
Wow. This
This game-
trap.
And
This
then
game
one day when you
fucking
become
sucks.
famous, and one day when you become famous, when you find the
I will
lost
reveal
episode,
it for
the
clout.
lost episode of Oboe.
Yeah.
They're gonna find this clip and they're gonna realize, oh, hey Saba.
Saba, did you join to explain your 11 theory?
No, I realized I've just been typing messages now in my room alone, waiting for my mom, who's never gonna come upstairs, to be like, you know what? I can probably just talk.
All right.
Hello. Welcome to the last
So
20
you
minutes of
described-
stream.
You described
Yeah.
that there's a name that K-pop girls use to describe
Yeah.
that kind of muscles.
I think
you
K-pop.
figured out the
I
name?
think I recall. Well, no, I have not figured out the name.
Do
I
K-pop
may
girls
look it
usually
up.
have enough muscle mass to have a name for that?
I
They're usually
may-
lean enough to.
Oh, right. Okay, yes. That makes sense.
Oh, are you doing your research now?
Yes, I'm. I'm continuing.
All right. Well, while you're looking for that.
So while Saba is looking that up, Lawrence, how do you feel about, like, how do you feel in general about the idea of abs being the cleavage of men?
That's absolutely true.
It's not even the fact that it's true. That's not really what I'm concerned with. What I am concerned
All
with
right.
is more
How do
rather.
you feel about it?
Yeah, just how do you feel about that idea in general? Because like I never really thought of that.
Laura, you're like asking me like if I'm offended or anything like that.
I mean,
As someone who has abs yourself, Lawrence, how
as
do
someone
you feel about
as someone
this?
who had abs for a brief period of time when I was living with you, how do you feel?
How do
You have
I
abs
feel?
right now, Lawrence?
How do you feel knowing that you have male
I've
cleavage?
gained pounds over the pandemic, so I don't have them anymore.
I'm telling you, it's the 11 abs.
Wait, do they call it 11?
They call it 11 abs?
Ah,
Wouldn't it be
That's a-
no, they're trying to
111?
collect.
I'm about to say
they're
that'd be
trying to collect
111 because
11
there's 3
abs.
lines, not 2, and also that's stupid. It's not a medical. It's not a medical term.
I'm
That's like
surprised
that's
they
like
didn't-
that's like calling the obliques cum gutters, but just
I'm
less
surprised
vile.
they didn't appropriate some Korean word for it.
No, they're just going based off of, well, I guess what it visually looks like, which is like 2 lines. So they're just
It looks like 3 lines. Am I
Okay, Zach,
insane?
We get it, but these people's clearly.
You know what
speak
it you
like
know what
this.
it you know what it is? It's not 11 abs and it's not 111. I'm looking at it now. It's actually more of this.
I mean, I think to be honest, I think for the
How do you
most part,
describe that?
Akali is way more like. I think she's a bit more toned, so I don't think people normally have that line in the middle.
She would have to
All
be.
right, I'm gonna Google 11 abs and let's see if I can get something.
It's just gonna be
my
a picture
God.
of 11 abs.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Show me, Lawrence. What?
I'm seeing 3 lines. It is the 1 exclamation point 1. But like that's what I'm saying. Like, isn't that middle line like more of a natural thing that you're always gonna get if you're lean?
Yeah, it's like.
I don't like the idea that the body is naturally bifurcated.
Yeah, it's weird. It's the way your muscles are like lined up. And stuff.
I don't like that.
But
I would
yeah,
rather just
I
have
don't
a
know, it's
solid
called the
sheet of
11
muscle
abs.
on the front of my
Yeah.
stomach, please.
Why not 111? I don't know.
Oh,
These guys
sheet
are
of
weird.
armor.
Well,
not
there's
like I
it's
coined this term.
obviously 1 exclamation point 1 because you have the navel.
No, I know. It's like, but it's like no need to question me about it because I'm not the one who made the name.
Are
That's just
you
what it's
sure?
called. I literally proved it to you.
Yes.
Well, to be fair, we have.
Prove to me that you did not make this.
Okay.
I
We
did not make this
we
up,
did
sir. I did
work
not.
We did work to call it the 11 abs before we even researched that it's the actual proper
Look,
name.
you want proof that this person made this video earlier than I just talked about right now?
I don't care if they made the video. They can still be wrong. Are they some sort of K-popologist?
You mean Stan? The word you're looking for, Zach, is Stan.
Oh.
Look, 2019.
By the way,
I'm not playing this anymore. I'm done. The game's over. The game's over, by the way. Goodbye. It's like this is impossible. I want you to I want to go back to that to what just happened 2 seconds ago. I was like clearly like 4 or 5 tiles away from the edge, like in a straight line, and Ganon hit me, and I diagonally went like 5 tiles to fall. Are you shitting me?
I can look this up and see
Did you
if
try
anyone
lowering your frame
says
I did.
Ganon strategy.
I did. It's not doing
Ganon
anything.
strategy.
Let's
It's
look at
not-
the Ganon strategy.
It's obviously not Ganon's strategy that's relevant, because the strategy is pretty straightforward. It's just the fact that like getting hit at all just fucking vacuum sucks me into a hole.
Where there's a hole, there's a goal. In the words of some VTuber who said that.
It's driving me
Oh,
up a fucking wall.
Which one? Yeah, apparently you do have to strike him with the silver arrow, but that's when he's stunned. Oh.
Oh, when he's like blue?
Yeah, when he's blue, and apparently you have to shoot him like
So I
4
have to-
times,
so I have
and
to
then he
s-
will succumb.
Really? Okay.
Come to the evil.
You say, and then you have to come?
And then you have to come?
What?
We're having a Zach That's Gay moment.
yeah. Are we back to cum gutters?
Yes.
Do
Finally.
we suddenly have the green light on that?
We've always had the green light on cum.
As if Zach could disprove anything on this channel.
Yeah, apparently it's that I think you missed that 4 like silver arrows.
That's not the concern. Once again, I'll repeat. The concern is not beating him. The concern is getting fucking vacuum sucked into the
That
hole.
is the wrong game.
Getting
Wrong
sucked.
game.
Saba, what the hell are you talking about?
No, I'm looking at something. It's like how to begin. I'm like, no, that's like the newest Legend of Zelda. That's not the game I'm looking for.
Were you like Breath of the Wild shit?
No, I literally.
Wow, Link
typed
has more
in-
polygons in this walkthrough than he does in Zach's game.
It's true. I literally typed in Link to the Past, but I guess
The
people
arrows
didn't
do not
understand.
hit him, by the way, when he's blue.
Arrows do not. That is incredibly weird. Final battle.
Maybe it's in phase 2 of the fight.
Well, this is phase 2, right?
The fire
This is phase 2,
part.
yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe it's in phase 4 of the fight.
Oh, never mind. It did hit him.
No.
Okay. It didn't a second ago, but now it is. Great.
You love to see
Okay.
inconsistency in your bosses, folks.
You love to see it.
You
Ladies
love to
and
see it in your game
gentlemen.
design.
You already got that.
Oh,
Why? Fuck you, Grant.
damn.
What's great about this?
He told me how good this game was, so I added it on my list.
Wow.
He fucking
Wow.
sucks.
Okay, let me see.
Anyways, back to the question. How do I feel about abs being the thingamajig of the thingamajig? You gotta vary it up.
You gotta vary
Abs
it,
is-
right?
abs is so hard to get.
Having traditional hot people is fine, but when everybody's a traditional hot person, that's
Then
like
no
a
one is
Chinese
special.
knockoff.
If
No,
everyone
it
is,
becomes when everyone's special, no one's special.
if
right?
everyone's
It's like
special,
this-
no one is.
Well, it's
Right,
not
there's
even
just too
like
many
I would
apps.
argue that it's not even like that. It's more along the lines of like if everybody's special, it's very clear that all you care about is my money.
Yeah. Because there's
No,
many.
I mean, that also just means it's boring, right? And then the game kind of becomes a bit boring.
Well, unless you're
Like
horny.
play. Yeah, there are those types of people.
'cause
Genshin Impact.
there are male body types where it's like
They're not all ripped, Zach.
I'm not
Oh, no,
talking
they're-
about
they're-
Rip. I am saying. Never mind. I remember.
They're all
nobody
anime.
Genshin is
On the-
that.
on the,
Lawrence, just
a ripped
imagine
character.
Klee just totally
What the
ripped.
fuck was that? What the fuck was that?
Paimon with the
With muscles. Mihoyo has drawn them with muscles. What? What happened?
with the washboard.
Lawrence, if you ask me what happened.
What? Ganon was talking to you.
No, he wasn't.
Apparently, Zach, there's
He
also...
knocked me, threw him down the pit.
Oh, I didn't see that.
I was dead when he was talking to me because
Oh,
this
there you
game
go.
sucks ass. And anybody who thinks it doesn't can suck my ass.
Oh,
So apparently it says
Grant's
note.
coming.
So the bottom. So note after Ganon has stomped on the ground for the 4th time, right? The bottom left torch will go out first. If Link is quick enough and relights the bottom left torch before the bottom right torch goes out, this will cause the bottom right torch to stay lit for the remainder of the battle, which makes it considerably easier since you only have to.
Say it again?
So, the left torch will go out first after he stomps for the 4th time. If Link is quick enough and relights the bottom left torch before the bottom right torch goes out, this will cause the bottom right torch to stay lit. This is what this says. I'm hoping it's true. I'm hoping they're not lying to me.
Alright, I can try
They
that.
are.
That seems like a glitch, and I am totally willing to exploit it.
yeah.
Dude, just fucking land. Are you shitting me? No one gives a shit, Ganon. Just land.
Oh yeah, that seemed. I like that banter idea. Yeah, I think the muscles are right because that's one of the like attractive like traits they say is like muscles.
Well, because
Yeah,
like
that is.
I remember having this discussion with like Terrence and Miles during like one of the like extra long game nights that we had in like first year at Cogswell or whatever. Okay, so it should be. Okay, so he's gonna turn it off. Nope, never mind. Cool, great, fantastic,
What the-
love it. Great game, fantastic game. This is an excellent game.
Fantastic.
It's a pillar of Nintendo's community. It's a wonderful, excellent,
Zach.
stupendous game. What, Saba?
You can if you're doing well. Do you want to just save it when you get to right before the lanterns are lit?
I guess that's a good point.
Yeah.
It's just so it takes a lot of brain power to not only. I mean, I guess I could just stop talking, but it takes a lot of brain power to like talk and focus on this fight at the same time, since he fucking hurts a lot. Even with the ×4 defense, he's still dealing 2 hearts of damage with every hit.
I would say if like you can get to a point where you think it's like a good, like you've gone far enough, you're pretty good. You're like in the middle of the field as well.
Save. Yeah,
I would just go for that. Yeah.
But anyway, so I remember talking with Terrence and Miles, and obviously they have different interests than I do. But the largest thing that we came to agreement on like what should the what should the basic definition of attractive be? We all came to the same agreement of like healthy, in whatever way healthy means to you. And I don't know.
Fair.
I don't know if necessarily everybody agrees with that, because obviously some people have certain interests which might contradict that, but it's an interesting idea to me. Where the fuck am I?
We're underneath it.
Healthy does seem like a good start.
Right, because like when you look at somebody who's like lean or super ripped or whatever, they're healthy, right? Or even if you look at somebody who's like a little overweight but not like morbidly obese, that's still healthy. Like, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're the most healthy, but that probably means you're not gonna die, like, tomorrow.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't that, like, the premise is normally if you see someone like that, the idea is they're taking care of themselves, like, they're putting effort into themselves.
Dude, just activate the fucking thing. Yes. It's the, so I'm about to get hit by this bat fire or whatever, and I swear to God, if it knocks me to the left for whatever fucking reason, where everything that the game has done prior should tell me that it should knock me backwards, if it knocks me left, I'm going to mute myself and just fucking scream into my pillow.
Okay, Zach.
Great,
okay.
Excellent,
Oh,
cool, game
boy.
cheats. I don't want to play this. This game sucks. This game is awful, it sucks. Fuck this game. All right, cool. Well, that's Zelda Link to the Past. I will not be playing this again on stream. I might beat it in my own time if I hate myself. But yeah, fuck this game. I
Zach
never want to look at it
when
again.
He eventually beats it, or Grant, whoever will come back and just be like, "This is what the ending's like," and then we'll be like, "Oh, okay, that was fun, nice."
Just sneak in the final cutscene. Just take it from YouTube and just.
I can do that right now.
Zach, just play the final cutscene right now.
Give me like 2 seconds. Give me like 2 seconds.
Woo!
All right.
Link to.
Just make sure you include the footage where the guy's still fighting him, so you can just comment like you're fighting him.
Yeah. And we'll all do the.
And we'll all be like, "Oh my God, Zach, you got so good all of a sudden."
It's like 13 minutes. Oh my God, it's on an emulator, so it looks terrible. I'm sticking with this emulator footage. It's really funny. All right,
we'll act our asses off.
I gotta. No, we don't have to pretend. Like, it's gonna be very obvious that we're not playing.
Nah, what are you talking about? It's gonna be the cleanest, smoothest transition that you'll ever see.
All right.
We totally beat the game. Zach did it.
Yeah.
Hog.
All right.
This is
transition, and then for you guys, I will share the screen itself so you guys can watch along. It's just a YouTube video. I'm just restreaming this guy's video because I fucking hate this game. Correction, by the way, for posthumous reasons. This game was actually really, really, really good and really fun for an extremely long time. It just has a unbelievable avalanche of like inconveniences towards the end that just seem to be to drive a screwdriver up my asshole. And I hate it. It's awful. Everything else was fantastic. Fuck this final boss, though. This entire final sequence was torture. Anyway.
God.
I love
All
that.
right, so here we go.
Where he is.
Oh yeah, did you do the swing?
When
like,
was this uploaded?
The 360?
What's the date on
When
this?
was this?
I've seen it. Spin it.
Is this a
back, I think it's
vintage?
called.
Is this vintage?
Okay.
It's like a wine. You like have to sniff it and look at the pixels. Like these pixels smell like 2006, if I'm not mistaken.
There
Wait,
is
isn't
something.
this just the unsharpened version, Zach, of the emulator?
It might be, but the video does say that it is being recorded from a NES proper, so or SNES proper.
Well, there goes the boss.
Here he goes. Look at Zach. Yay!
Yeah,
Oh my
I'm
God,
doing
you're
it.
Get him, Zach.
Get him.
Get him!
That dog's that swirling
Watch that for it.
tridents.
Ooh, those
Oh,
are
gamer.
big dodges right there, Zach.
Oh my God.
All right,
he's
you
doing,
can
he's
stop.
Not even, he didn't even.
It's not as funny as you guys think it is.
We should probably.
Went in, he didn't even have
conclude
full heart that he's doing it.
We should probably conclude the abs conversation then, yeah, since we're near the end.
Long story short, Ganon should have abs in the new Zelda.
Doesn't he in Ocarina of Time?
I said new Zelda.
Oh, in the new one. Okay, sure.
Yeah,
The
sure.
one where he's a saran wraps like mummy.
Yeah.
Saran
Give
wrap
abs
mummy
to
is really
mummies,
funny.
despite the fact that they are.
They have
super
no
lean.
anything.
Nah, they're lean. Right terminology.
I want to see this guy. I want to see this guy take a hit and get knocked
at
back.
one
Like,
health.
well, he has fairies, so he's fine. But I want to see this guy take a hit of damage and get knocked back like half a square, where I was getting knocked back like 8.
I would have been full ready for it to go red and he doesn't have finish, game's over, and then he ends the video.
Yeah, and he goes to another YouTube and it uploads that.
I don't know. Is health a little bit better though? Because at least health will upgrade you to the full heart status, which you can then land that.
Well, because the
attack.
fairy can be done automatically, whereas the other one you have to like constantly do. So I don't know. Maybe it's better. Maybe it's not. Who knows?
I wonder if he got the thing
What?
now. I think because he did light it at the bottom.
No, look, he took damage from the fire and it didn't knock him back at all. Does he
know, he
have?
does have
No,
the
but he
iron
has the red
He has
tunic.
the iron boots.
The iron boots? What does the iron boots do?
I made those up.
Oh, I was about to
God damn
say.
it.
I thought you were about to tell me.
Boots.
I thought you were about to tell me that there was actually a like item that we could have got that was
It reduces knockback.
like eliminates knockback.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Would be nice.
See?
Oh, what the
Oh!
fuck? He just.
Did he get,
He
did he
put
get
up
hit
the
by that?
shield. I forgot that's a mechanic in this game.
I thought you've been doing that.
No, it's just what I've been doing is just if I'm not swinging, the shield is automatically up. Oh my god, that's literally it.
Yeah, you only have to get him 4 times the arrows.
Dun, dun,
Are you-
dun, dun,
are you
dun,
sure,
dun,
Zach? You don't
dun. Wait a second. Are you actually gonna?
I can do that.
You can do this, Zach. You can do this, Zach.
Literally all I needed was to know that there was a like the trick was
This game was
shield.
beatable.
Well, the
game
trick
was
was
beatable.
using a shield when you get hit. Because literally the entire rest of the game I've never had to do that. Which is partially my
Technically, you
my
could.
fault.
But it also, if they don't like make you use that before, it also doesn't helpful.
It feels a little
I
weird,
just-
but that's fine.
I see the monkey JPEG.
The monkey JPEG?
Yeah, the monkey JPEG.
Monkey.
Oh,
I'm guessing that's the one that you use for Luck Be a Landlord when you go. Ooh, ooh,
Ooh,
ooh.
ooh, papa.
That was a funny video.
All right,
It's doing quite well.
it should be coming
If you didn't
back.
know, Lawrence, it is 200.
200.
It is 200 plus. That is true.
200 plus. Heck yeah, 217.
Huzzah.
Nice.
Who's that?
It's still. Oh, there you go. It has finally transitioned. Okay. I gotta figure out the button to pull up the shield. I guess whatever that button is. Nope.
Or
That's
like
magic.
R.
That's swinging. That's map. You say R?
Probably.
No.
A shoulder button, I would imagine.
Nope. It's not either of those.
Huh.
Obviously,
Let me
as is
see.
virtual.
Let me go to
Shift.
No, because
I
I
think you go to budget
have
for that.
input configuration. So, WASD numpad 1 2 3 4
I
5.
feel like
how to
this
use
shape
that
looks a
real quick.
little bit like a chicken.
L and R are numpad 7. and 9, which is what I just hit, and it didn't bring up the shield. I don't know. Let me look it up real quick.
By the way, let
it
me
says
see.
that the shield is always up, just face the right direction. There's not a button for it.
Oh.
Just
You
face
have
the
to not
right
press the button.
direction?
I highly doubt that.
I feel like I said, you've
Was the
been
guy in the
doing
video doing a
that.
different animation for blocking?
I thought I saw him I thought I saw him do a distinct like bring up the shield animation, but maybe I was wrong.
It says that you just have to face where you're trying to block and don't do anything else.
All right. Well, let's do a test run. let's do a quick little test run, you know? Let's see.
learn. Let's learn a thing or two here.
God, I can't believe I was so close to beating him.
You got this, Zach. Ooh. Yeah.
If I beat this with a broken ass emulator. All right. Well, I think it's impossible to face the right direction on this. All right.
Let me look this up just in case.
I have no idea if that was me facing the right direction. I guess I'll get to the next phase and then determine whether or not I'm facing the right direction.
Do you not have a load state that's up there?
What do you mean?
I thought you made save states to get to the thing.
To get to what thing?
The second phase or whatever.
No, I never ended up doing that. Right after Saba suggested it was the one where I died immediately because he knocked me into a hole.
Oh.
Yeah, it says you can't do anything. Just make sure you're not like trying to swing or anything. Because
That is
that's
what
like
Adrian just said, yeah.
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 So repeated same advice.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it might just be an emulation issue. But that being said, when I downloaded this, I didn't see any bug errors or bug reports.
You ought to make sure you hit him with a silver arrow, because otherwise the fight's just going on forever.
Well, not yet.
I feel like the fight was
It's during
longer
this phase
than...
now.
Right.
Oh God.
All right, so
There we go.
now
Guardian Leviosa.
Well, the interesting thing is the thing that he did is what. Wow, that was really fast.
also
Oh my
there's
God.
no way. There's no way to like that I could possibly like plan for, because I can only face in cardinal directions, and he shoots at
Yeah.
diagonals. So like,
That's true. I'll continue to look this up.
I don't know.
Who knows, man? Who knows?
I just
Who
wanna
can
beat
really
this-
say?
I just want to beat this game. The game is good enough to like deserve, like it deserves to be beaten because it's good enough to deserve that honor. But goddamn, getting there is not great. Like look up like SNES emulator. Why is there so much fucking knockback in Link to the Past? You see like a comment thread on a forum with like 10,000 replies.
Like it's interesting that it's clear like no one has this much of a knockback issue, which it's like maybe you're right and then it's just the emulator, but that is very bad. In terms
It's not
of,
even just that it's knockback. It's knockback in the specific direction of the hole.
Yeah.
Because even if it was just regular knockback, I could very easily plan for it. No! Dude, it's impossible. That's so fast. I tried to do the thing that Saba said. I tried to do the I tried to do the
I know,
Saba
it's very
gestion.
fast. Also,
You want to save state here?
Oh, good point. Shit. Okay. Save slot.
Because you have 2 health jars. So you're sitting pretty.
what was I
Just
thinking
die.
of? Oh, this isn't a game where it has like you're on fire and like the Mario does like a little bit of that run.
What are you talking about?
Do you
Mario?
know the thing where
No,
like,
I
when
know, but
Mario
what is
gets hit
that?
with the
What is that in reference to what we're doing now?
like Link's butt isn't burned and he's like has to run in
And
a
he's like,
certain
wow,
direction
wow,
a
wow,
little
wow,
bit.
wow, wow, wow. Yeah, he's not doing that. That's a good point.
Yeah, okay.
Wow, 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 wow.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
All right.
Oh. Nice sack.
Nice.
Two.
Can we throw him off? Can
What's
we, is that payback? Can we do that?
Yeah, shut up. What's my health at? All right, my health is fine. Shit. Nope. Nope. Stop right there. Stop right there, young man.
Stop right there.
Jack, do you want to save one more? Once
Nope.
more?
Nope.
Okay. Okay. You got this.
I think it's literally.
me.
I think it's literally just knowing that we're like right there. Oh, come on, that hit
Oh, that
you.
didn't count.
It's knowing that we're really close.
Yeah.
It's what hurts my heart.
Oh, I almost
Hey,
just walked
Goofy,
off.
it's what hurts my heart, Maxie.
Maxie! You don't have to hate your dad.
Maxie, your mother, she's giving into the darkness.
She's giving into the darkness.
She's become a heartless.
I did it. Oh my god.
Dang.
Oh my god.
Aren't you glad you only gave it briefly?
Yes. I did actually give up, but just seeing, like, if Grant was, well, actually Grant didn't play this game either, but if Grant was here to say like, oh, you only have to do like, you only have to shoot him the 4 times with the arrows, I probably would have kept going, but
Oh, look, we learned and we came back.
I am the essence of the Triforce.
You turned into the old man
That's
from
the voice
Aladdin
you're
that
giving it?
Jafar
Hello.
turned into.
The Triforce will
I am the
grant the
essence of the
wishes in the heart
Triforce.
and mind of the person who touches
Please
it.
have the wish involve a
Probably
girl's
become
locker
Aladdin.
room.
Where is the cave of wonders?
If a person with a good heart touches it, it will make his good wishes come true. If an evil-hearted person touches it, it grants his evil wishes.
What?
That's not-
I don't
That's not-
discriminate.
Delete
don't
the
dis-
game.
Listen, I'm a true centrist. I don't really care. I just do my job. The stronger the
Listen,
wish,
I have the power to arbitrate whether someone's good or evil, but that doesn't mean I'll use it responsibly.
the stronger the wish, the more powerful the Triforce's expression of that wish.
He is true chaotic neutral.
Indeed.
Ganon's wish was to conquer the world. That wish changed the Golden Land into the Dark World. Ganon was building up his power. Okay, whatever. Please. I don't care. Just make it stop.
Oh, I just imagine Link just
Let's
being like,
talk
yeah,
about-
keep going, keep going.
Let's talk about this game.
All right.
I really enjoy the fact that the world existed, in the sense that it wasn't just like a bunch of like levels. I really like that there was like the 2 different worlds, like the light world and the dark world, and how they were similar, but you could explore them in similar ways. And there was quests to do that weren't like super necessary to beat the game. That was all great.
A lot of stuff that was very optional that feels like it maybe didn't need to be
Optional, or like maybe it should maybe they should strongly suggest that you get this.
Ooh, heart
You know, the sword
pavement.
upgrades, the tunic upgrades, the bottles.
It really feels like that first blue tunic upgrade, the one that like doubles your defense, that should have been way fucking earlier in the Dark World. Like that should be Dungeon 2, not Dungeon 5.
Well, they want you to appreciate it.
They can go fuck themselves. I
Seems
should
like a common
appreciate
thread in your
I should
thoughts at the end of the game.
appreciate the green and red tunics, not literally die in 3 shots for 5 dungeons.
They
'Cause
should
that
have
was
an option where
insufferable.
Link goes through the game naked and you take twice as much damage as the green
Culture
tunic.
rule the
That'd actually be
desert.
pretty funny. A lot of the
That looks
bosses
like a
were really
spider's
cool.
face.
The
That's
art was
scary.
still really cool. Like even though, like, because I know when we first started this, Adrian, you brought up the idea, like the concept of like, oh look, they're humans
Bully
again.
makes a friend.
They,
Humans.
They made they're humans
Your
again.
uncle recovers.
Oh, he's not dead. Look at me, Uncle. I'm way better than you ever were.
Yeah. Stronger than you.
But the I still thought that this game looked really cool, even without like the CRT effects.
Flippers for sale.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this was pretty much all of our like first experience with this game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how does everybody else feel about this?
I missed a bit of it, but quite interesting.
Well, I think it was just the last bit of the race to finish the game, which was
if
insanity.
we weren't playing this in the context of like a stream where like I want to get to, you know, other stuff, like I want to play other things. Little boy plays again. He's alive. Wow, that's actually I'm actually really happy to hear that, because he fucking died during our playthrough.
Venus.
Oh, is this the fat
Queen
one?
of the fairies.
Oh, it's not the fat one. Who the fuck is this? Where was she?
Maybe it is the fat one.
The dwarven swordsmiths.
Smithery.
Smithers.
Smithers.
Wait, what's the name of Captain Hook's that other guy?
Smee.
Smee. Yeah.
Smee? Okay. Smee! Just imagine him
Smee.
yelling at him.
Hey. Why
Bug
do Hollow
catching kid.
Bastion, of course. The line that Captain Hook says in Kingdom Hearts.
A lost old man.
What else to say about this? Excellent
what-
music.
Yeah, the music felt
overall
really
the core design was very good. Like the core like loop, I guess, of, you know, actually, or not even the loop, but just like
that lost old man's gonna die.
nice.
It's gone. Look, what the
How would you say it compares to Breath of the Wild? Another game I heard you didn't super like.
I didn't really like Breath of the Wild more because I was actually going in expecting this. Like, I wanted an overworld with like good quality dungeons, whereas in Breath of the Wild it was mostly about exploring the overworld, and then you had the shrines, but the shrines were basically like just one-trick ponies that were all like a lot of them were physics-based, and I hate physics-based puzzles. So to answer your question, how does this compare to Breath of the Wild? Breath of the Wild is obviously a lot more put together in terms of like making sure that there are less like errors, and the design is a lot more cohesive. So that's really cool. But in terms of what I would be looking for in a Zelda game, this is a lot closer to what I'm looking for. I am producer Shigeru Miyamoto. I am 100% certain that if I was playing the Link's Awakening remake on stream, and it wasn't just me and Grant in the privacy of our own home looking up like instructions on like how to do that ridiculous like trading quest that you have to do halfway through the game, I'm pretty sure I would have had a similar like opinion of that game as with this. So in conclusion, my favorite Zelda game continues to be Phantom Hourglass.
Which, by the way, I'm
I've only
surprised
played
that
two.
didn't you not know about Jolene?
Yes. Like, well, not know about her, but like I don't recognize her at all.
You don't remember her?
Mm-mm.
My God, she was like a really big part of a major side quest.
I don't remember.
Wow.
I remember the
Incredible.
captain, and I remember him being a shitter.
Linebeck? God,
Yeah,
I love
Linebeck. I remember that. I remember there being 3 like castles or like dungeons that you had to go in to get like pendants, and then I remember there being this one like temple that you had to keep going into like over and over, and it was annoying like the first 2 times that I had to like repeat it, but then I noticed that every time I went in, it was basically like more of the temple was opening up because I had like more items and stuff, and I thought that was really cool. I thought that was a good idea.
I remember I got stumped very, very early on the first time I got it, because there's a puzzle where you have to, the way that you have to solve it is that you have like your map, which is blank, and then there's a little tomb, or like a little like tomb thing in front of you that has like the details you need to copy down, and you can't progressively do that. And I was like, how the fuck do you do this? The touch screen's not working, I can't shake it around, like there's nothing in the environment, none of the tools work. You had to close the DS to fold the screens and make the 2 touch, and then open it back up again.
Oh my
Oh, I
god.
remember that. I
I
remember
vaguely
that.
remember that. I'm about to say
And
I vaguely remember that, and
was-
I think the way I solved that was that I think I got called away to like dinner or something like that, so I just closed the DS without turning
And
it
then he
off.
walks back.
I
and then
remember
you're
it was
just like,
super
"What?"
early, which frustrated me very badly because, like, man, I like the game so far, and it seems like it'd be cool, but this puzzle.
That I'm not gonna lie though, that is pretty cool.
Yeah,
Like that's a neat thing to do.
it is.
What the hell is this?
Uh,
Quest history? Games? Does games mean number of times I died?
I don't know.
I mean,
Yes, Swamp Palace 16. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense actually.
Ice Palace 11. Let's see what
Clearly
has
you
the
have
highest.
criticisms of this game. Did you go over the criticisms already?
I mean,
So-
I've been regaling the criticisms like
Yeah.
the entire time, so. Yeah, total games played. It's how many times I died, but they're just saying it in a nicer way.
Wow.
That's really
I don't
cute.
know.
Actually.
77.
Ugh.
I mean,
And
I
it's-
guess that makes sense in the context of game over means you start a new game.
It's true. Overall, I am very glad that I played this game.
But
Well, there's not really a but is the thing where it's just like the game is old in the like because I was thinking about it and like I know that like Adrian and Grant mentioned this like a couple of times towards the beginning where it's like this game was designed for people in an era like kids in an era where you would buy this game at the beginning of summer and slowly over the course of the entire summer you would play like a couple of hours every night and slowly progress through the game, right?
Yep.
Just the simple fact of being in the world and exploring it would have been fun. Whereas right now on stream, I was really prioritizing like progress and trying to be as good as I could be, which is why like the wall masters were so frustrating because they just kept resetting my my progress and stuff. So despite the fact that I feel frustrated by that like concluding bit of the game right now, I think about it from the context of imagine if I was, 10 years old when this originally came out and I played it over the course of an entire summer, I would have fucking loved this. Like I would have spent the entire day doing whatever I was doing and just being so freaking excited for when I could get back home and play more Link to the Past because it was a world to like spend time in. So yeah, it's a very good game. What would I give it out of 10? Probably like a 7. Which I know is kind of which I know is kind of a meme for me, but it's like the game is really good. I am definitely more interested in playing some of the 3D Legend of Zelda games now, so maybe like Ocarina of Time.
Twilight Princess. Oh, yeah.
Maybe Twilight Princess at some point, but it's just like I'm interested to see why people like this series so much. It might just not be up my alley, I guess, but who knows?
Yeah, I started from Twilight Princess. I liked Twilight Princess. And
I
then
like
Skyward Sword.
the dungeoneering, I like the idea of it being like, all right, here's a dungeon and you just go through it and you get like a thing and then you leave. I like that. And this game was that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times, which was good.
Yeah.
All right. Before we wrap up, last thing. Anybody have any final comments about this game?
No final comments. I just excited to see what Grant's reaction is towards the end.
I don't know if he's gonna watch the full thing. I might have to send him like a timestamp link to towards the end of the Ganon fight because he did miss the Ganon fight.
He's got to see the
terrible
the
that
progress
was.
through the fights, and then your slow or rather fast descent into madness, and then you have that grieving stage or denial stage of like, fuck this game, I hate it. and then after the 5 steps of grieving, like including watching the video. He was like, "All right, it's time, time to
And
go
then
back."
I did it in like 2 tries.
Yeah.
Because it's actually not that hard. It's just like in my mind, I was thinking it would be way longer. And so I was suffering. I don't know. Anything from Saba and Adrian?
I think that this game is one that I don't want to play now that I've seen it.
Yeah, I mean, I like what is it, like pixel, like the style of
The
like
pixel
pixel
art.
games sometimes. Like this one, it's not entirely my style. I think I had more fun maybe probably watching someone play it. But I think, like I said, since I started via like Twilight Princess, my mindset of what I kind of want Link to look like is more aimed towards that. Like the art.
I want him to have pretty anime eyes and the
Totally. He's a cute anime boy. Yeah.
He's a League of Legends character.
Which, by the way,
Exactly.
which, by the way, just so that way we can wrap this up on like an even like 30 minutes. Does anybody have any final comments that they wanted to make about the whole abs are the male cleavage
I would like
conversation?
to comment that a new, a burgeoning thing, at least in LGBT circles of design, is now just men literally just getting equivalent cleavage as a thing.
What does that mean?
Where just like
Cleavage?
fucking what's his name, Gio Giovanno or whatever, like that kind of boob window.
Oh,
would
I was
just
about
be
to
the
say, yeah,
same.
he does have some pronounced pectorals that do just look like
I
cleavage.
thought it was like a sexy thing, like the deep cut V, right, with like a collared shirt and it's kind of like blown over. I thought that was a thing, like a trope that.
I think he's
sometimes used.
more specifically referring to like actual cleavage on a male.
Like men boobs, like that's a thing that's
Oh.
coming up nowadays.
Yeah, because I mean, I can because I know Saba doesn't really know JoJo. I can bring up Giorno Giovanna.
I think I've seen his picture. I think I know
He's
what we're
pink
talking
and he's got
about.
stupid yellow hair that looks like.
Yeah,
Excuse you, stupid.
Yeah. What, he's gonna come out the screen and beat me up? That's the wrong character. Isn't that
I
Josuke's
will.
thing?
Isn't that
Look at
Josuke's
those
thing?
beautiful anime eyes, Lawrence.
Isn't Josuke's
Yeah.
thing being offended about his hair?
That is
pretty
Josuke's thing,
funny.
being offended about his hair. Good pull, actually. I didn't think of that.
Fucking caught him.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I don't know. I think Lawrence probably made the most Zach falling into madness. I think Lawrence probably made the most salient statement on the topic of like male or abs are the male cleavage, which is just like it's fine, but just vary it up.
Yeah,
know?
there's many body types out there that don't include that you can still show that are still manly but without abs.
Like you know,
Yeah,
like you know,
I'm sorry. You can do lean or buff, but people will still be distracted
Yeah.
by the abs. Sorry.
Viego. But I was just thinking about it right now, and I'm gonna quickly go to list of champions. I don't think they have any like tall, lanky champions.
Well,
Like
there
you have
go.
you have a
They
lot
should,
you have a lot of buff guys, and you have a lot of
Do you get like dad bod buff guys? Are
you
there
got a
any
lot
of
you
those?
got a lot of dad bod people.
Well, normally, Zach, they're like, well, how can you like wield a weapon if you're like this weak looking, kind of?
Well,
I
who
mean,
cares?
I
Well,
don't
he
know
could be a
how far
mage. You could be a mage.
I think you can go with that. I think that might be cooler.
You can be a mage, or you can like. Oh, actually, well, I mean, he doesn't really count. I mean, he's a male, but you never actually like see him. But Jin kind of works. So here's another one, by the way.
yeah.
Here's another one of So like this is another example of like the body type that we were talking about. But this was Kane, who's sandwiched in between Pike, Rakan. Actually, I guess Rakan also has that same body type, but he's also like an animal. So I don't know if that counts. This one's Rakan. I'm trying
And
to
this one is
find Zach after getting knocked down 57 times.
That's good.
So this one's Jin, but he almost feels more like a robot than like a person.
See, that's the thing. Well, and like you may have the body type that like so this exists, but you just can't see it, right? And then there's the whole dilemma of how much you want to see it.
You got Echo. That's a different body type. Once again, it's a young person, but that
definitely.
counts.
Definitely.
Here's another dad bod to go along with the graves that I'm gonna be sending you later. There's Braum.
Ah, yes.
I recall
Does he have a
him.
dad bod? When I think dad bod, I imagine a gut.
Beer belly?
It
I feel like if you
depends.
unbuckle that belt over there, it's gonna.
I'm about to say he does.
He's holding it all in.
It's it's holding it all in. You got that. You got Yasuo. You got Lucian. Lucian has like a little bit of a different body type. Like once again, I think it really just comes down to whether or not it's like exposed
Oh my
abs.
God. So freaking loud.
Yeah, because like the examples that you're showing, they're clothed.
They're clothed, right? And it's not necessarily where it's like, oh, men should be clothed. It's more just along the lines of like, come on,
should
man.
be unclothed.
Yeah.
They should be unclothed. Oh, here's another one. So Thresh Unleashed, I think is what it's called. They added a new So they have a champion called Thresh, right? He looks like this. He's one of the most iconic League of Legends champions ever, right?
Ooh, dope.
Presently, they're doing a event called The Reckoning, where Viego, the Ruined King, is like going through like the world, like is canonically going through the world and like corrupting people and making them evil, right? But Thresh was already evil and he was already a servant to the Ruined King. So the Ruined King instead granted him a corporeal form instead of just a ghost form. And guess what? He has like abs ? Right?
I kind of accept this, but
Okay, I'm back. Why? Who is
it's getting
this?
a little close.
Saba. Saba, please.
I was literally in a phone
I know
call.
you
My
were
mom wasn't
gone.
here.
I know. This
These are not the same
so that's Thresh, and then this other one is a skin for Thresh, where it's like, I don't know. It's kind of weird because it evokes the same imagery of him having abs, but it's also way higher on his torso, so it's not abs.
Yeah, it's clearly
Yeah,
on his armor.
It's
Maybe
more
he
like
has
an
an 8-pack.
armor.
Maybe he has an 8-pack and it just goes
Or maybe
really
he's hiding,
high.
or maybe he's hiding his guts.
Is this just
one
clever artistry at play, making it look like an illusion?
No.
Oh.
I do not agree with this. I think that it is semi pandering.
Ah. Can it not be both?
Where
Can it not
are
be both,
we? I don't know. And then I'm just looking at because I'm just obviously scrolling through the list like as quickly as I can so we can wrap this up. But it's just like I'm looking at the list and I'm looking at champions from like before this, event, I guess, that I'm describing, or this like recent phenomenon of like so many dudes with abs. And like the dudes that do have abs from before are people that like it really makes sense for it to have abs, like Lee Sin, who is like a martial artist. So like he's constantly training like every moment of every day, and it's like, yeah, that makes sense. People like that. There's the ultimate body type right here.
Ultimate body type.
Adrian was asking for dad buds. Oh shit, I just sent you the same thing again. that was an unintentional joke. I meant to send this.
Oh. Go, all right.
Zach's character, or what he dreams he could be.
Oh God, I wish. I like straight up. I am going in reverse order of releases, and I'm trying to find the first champion that has abs. Lee Sin actually doesn't even have abs, or at least not visible. He looks like this. He's the blind monk.
This is kind of like the lean kind of thing.
Well, he's obviously extremely fit because he needs to be. But oh, here's another one. This one's for Adrian. He said he wanted a gut, so now you got that's dad bod.
There's that beer belly.
Well, so
Literally.
Adrian, apparently dad energy is less about having like a beer belly or whatever, and more just like it involves apparently hair and being big. Like just the further you are away from twink, the more dad energy you have, evidently.
That's fair.
So
That's bear energy. They're not inherently inclusive to each other.
No, that's
They're not
bear
inherently
energy.
exclusive either.
Right, but they're not inherently inclusive. You can be one but not the other.
That's
Care
big
Bear
bear energy. Literally,
It's Care Bear energy.
Care Bear energy.
Still going. I'm almost done. Yep, and that's the first champion released. So yeah, I don't know. I guess obviously my point has already been stated multiple times, but you know, there you go.
Yeah. Right clearly knows how to make characters that are not just shirtless, young, clean-shaven, or stubble folk. They know how to do the other types. They just found that the shirtless guys are marketing real well.
Yeah.
Or yep.
Because it's like because once again the Viego thing is like, you can't possibly tell me that this is what Riot has intended the Ruined King to look like for 10 years. Like, because the Ruined King in the lore was like the reason why like the Shadow Isles existed and why like ghosts were like hunting people down every Halloween and stuff like that. Like, he was a big person in the lore, but he looks like that. And I'm like, okay, sure. He doesn't look regal at all. He looks like he should be like an antagonist in Final Fantasy 15.
I can kind of see that, which is kind of funny.
All right, and as a final thing, because I wanted to mention this before, but I neglected to, and this is just really brief, but I was listening to the podcast on my walk on Wednesday, and they made a nonchalant comment to something, and I was like, there's no way that's real, so I looked it up, and apparently it was true. Overwatch, Blizzard's hero shooter knockoff of TF2, there apparently was obviously that huge initial spike of play that very quickly dwindled, like it diminished extremely fast. But when you look at play rates, there was a event that occurred within like the first year of Overwatch being, available, that led to another spike in play rates for whatever reason. It didn't correspond with the new hero. It didn't correspond with any update or anything like that. So no one really knew what it was about until, actually, you know what? I want to hear some guesses. What do you think led to the total number of like average players tripling for some reason?
And you said it doesn't have to do with characters?
It's not a new hero. It's not a new update. It's not anything like that. It wasn't anything that the game did.
So like I said, it's not Overwatch 2. Right?
It wasn't Overwatch 2. Like I said, this was in the first. This was within the first year of Overwatch coming out.
Competitive play.
Competitive play, a promotion, maybe. Okay, these are good guesses. Adrian, do you have a guess?
You said it wasn't tied to an event, right?
Not tied to an event. Not tied to
like an update. No update.
It's not tied to an update. It's not tied to anything that the game did itself.
So
was it tied to League of Legends nerfing Miss Fortune's ass?
No.
How did you know, Adrian?
Where they're like, fuck, there's no boobs here anymore. Let's go to this other game.
Actually, Frostguard Irelia. Let me see if I can find the I want the old splash art. Show me the old splash art, please. You got it. Frostblade, is that the name of it? Come on, where's the old splash art? I need to show her traditional badonkadonk. There you go. This was Aurelia's most popular skin for about 6 years in a row. I don't know if you can guess. I don't know if you can guess why. But anyway, sorry. To conclude this and to answer my own question, to wrap this up. The event in question that led to the huge spike in play was that somehow all of the character models in that were in Overwatch became available online to download. Not officially, not anything like that. It was somebody claimed to have hacked the game to pull out all the models and stuff. And so people brought it into Source Filmmaker and made shit tons of porn.
There you go.
Oh
Oh,
my god.
you know, that makes sense.
And so it turned out that, guess what? When you have hot characters that are all, getting all up on each other, that turns out to be really good free advertising. And so people went back to play the game. And it was just one of those things where it's just like, yeah, once again, literally sex sells.
That's
But yes, there you go. All right, that was a good stream. We finished Link to the Past. I had a mental breakdown. I'm gonna go take. Sorry.
Par for the course.
Par for the course for our streams. I'm gonna go take a shower and then immediately pass out because I'm so exhausted.
Farewell.
All right, goodbye, everybody.
Well.
Good night, stream.
Bye.